my thing. Hello, 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 and welcome to the United Stand. It's Manchester United versus Liverpool. Whoo, hot air balloon lungs, because we're going to need a few deep breaths today, aren't we? Look, if you're here for the match reaction, the link is in the video description. I hope and pray I'm celebrating. But if you're here live, we're live. I've got no idea what's going to happen. That team news to the left is not confirmed. It's the leaked team news. There is no Anthony Martial. There is Matic. There was some silly rumours last night about Matic and Martial not being at the Lowry Hotel. Lingard was meant to be the player that was unlikely to play out of Martial and Lingard. And unfortunately, it looks like Martial's missed out. I don't know whether he's made the bench. It's a leaked team, but it's Mata who starts with Lingard and Rashford. And you know what? I've got to say, I would rather Mata play than Alexis Sanchez. I know a lot of people would disagree with that, but I think Mata gives us more. I'm just hoping Martial's on the bench because that would be really concerning. A few people saying that there is no Mata. There is no Lingard either. So we'll find out. The team news isn't actually out yet, so it's not out for about another 7 minutes. But we will get it for you as soon as it comes in. And you go with what you've got. Look, there's no way that Martial and Lingard have been dropped. They're either fit or they're not fit, and that's how it's going to be. Obviously, there's an element of disappointment, but you're in the hands of the injury gods at the end of the day, aren't you? And we have to go with what we've got. And look, West Ham didn't lose. West Ham didn't lose. So at home to Liverpool. So we've got a better team, haven't we? So let's just see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. And that's the leaked team news to my right-hand side at the moment. Smalling to be sent off if he starts, said Red Baron. What did I say last night? What did I say last night? I don't like to be proved wrong, but I think you can pick things up. And I did say that I thought he would play Smalling. I feel that within Manchester United club, and it's not confirmed, this is a leaked team news, so it's not confirmed, but I just feel that within Manchester United Football Club, they're not made up about Eric Bailly. And again, today, that would prove they are not made up about Eric Bailly, because if he doesn't start and Chris Smalling is starting, that just shows that Eric Bailly is not the man that they want. And I think he'll be going in the summer. Smalling is our counter to Van Dijk aerially, says Zane Scope. I don't mind Chris Smalling. I don't mind Chris Smalling. I think Eric Bailly's better. I'm not one of those people who's going to go mad. As long as he's not Phil Jones, I'll sleep happy. But what worries me about Smalling is Michael Oliver. You know, Michael Oliver, his mum will have done his hair for him today, put his clean white wife fronts out and said, if you make it all about you today, you can stay up past 9 o'clock and watch Match of the Day. That's what worries me about this game. Michael Oliver wants to make it all about him. Chris Smalling, we all know what Smalling does on corners. He grabs hold of people, and that's what worries me. I don't want him to give a penalty away today, but Smalling is normally quite reliable. This is a leaked team news on my left. No Anthony Martial, but Lingard starts. Smalling starts instead of Bailly. Matic is there. Mata starts. So get in the comments. No Matic, no Martial, says TC Singh. I don't think that's going to happen, to be honest with you. Why no Sanchez, says it's really... Well, we don't know definitely yet, but probably because he's shit. Michael Oliver is the bloody ref. He is Andrew Rossi. Smalling covers up his defensive inequalities with fouling everyone, says Red Baron. Look, if Chris Smalling costs us the game today, a lot of you lot will say, I told you so. But none of you want to be saying I told you so. So let's just hope Chris Smalling has a good game. I personally would have played Eric Bailly. Of course I would. I think Eric Bailly is a better player. But I have a feeling, and I've been saying it for a long time now, I have a feeling that when it comes to Eric Bailly, he is our best centre-back. But for some reason, things that go on behind closed doors, they don't fancy him at United. Mourinho didn't fancy him, and they don't seem to like him. We are in that situation. Make sure you smash a like on the video if you're new. Subscribe to the channel. And also, just want to say, as you can see in the bottom right hand corner, we have got a deal for you with Netflix. Not Netflix. I wish we had a deal with Netflix. NetBet, also a very, very good company. Here it is for you. So, with NetBet, you can get Manchester United to beat PSG 40 to 1. 40 to 1. The link is in the video description. All you've got to do is use the link in the video description, put a bet on for an outright result, Manchester United to beat PSG. I'll show you how to do that in a few minutes' time. 40 to 1. Maximum bet is £1, and the link is in the video description. You can either go through that page and it will do it automatically, or you can use the promo code UNITED when you sign up. So thanks to NetBet for that. Manchester United to beat PSG, you can get it 40 to 1. And to be honest with you, I think we will have Lingard and Martial back for that, and I think it's well worth a go on it. But thanks everyone, and thanks to NetBet. Well, I'll show you how you put that bet on in a little bit, but we are 3 minutes away from kickoff. The link is in the video description. It is 40 to 1 offer, yes, the watcher. The link's in the video description for that. And what about Matic injured and McTominay starting, says Christian Sebastian Thomason. All I can tell you is that team on the left has been leaked by Manchester Evening News, and I would be pretty sure that that's going to be the team. Mata will play on the right, Lingard and Rashford as the front three, Matic in the midfield three, and Chris Smalling playing alongside Victor Lindelof. That's what we're looking at. We're not 3 minutes from kickoff. I wish we bloody were, Hell March. I wish we were. Remember, subscribe to the channel if you're new, bottom right hand corner, and smash a like. Let's see if we can get 1,000 likes before kickoff. In fact, it's a big game today. Let's see if we can get 2,000 likes before kickoff. They've just shown Lukaku there. I think that's the only. Hopefully, that's going to be the only time we do see Romelu Lukaku today. A lot of people saying no Matic. A lot of people saying injured for a month. Look, we'll find out. McTominay starts 100%. Well, we're going to find out, aren't we? Matic is injured. Mata didn't travel. Mate didn't travel, says Juan Lube. A lot of people saying it. A lot of people. Look, I can only tell you what the team that has been leaked is. Zed Jamie says that Matic is confirmed out, and Manchester Evening News have obviously got it wrong. Could be out for a few weeks, says Zed Jamie. He's actually messaged me, so we may well be changing the team again. I mean that, to be honest with you, I think many of us felt that Martial and Lingard might not make this game, but Matic not making it, that is the big blow, because it's the midfield where the game will be won and lost. And if Scott McTominay is starting over Pereira or Fred, I mean, mayonnaise, as Rance calls him, that is awful. And a lot of people say Matic is out for a month, which is massive for Manchester United. No Matic and no Martial. Oh God, it makes it very, very, very difficult, and my confidence levels drop. Of course they do, because that midfield is where we're strong. Look, let's see what the team news is. It should be with us any minute. I'm leaning towards what a lot of people are saying, that maybe Matic is out. McTominay has no talent whatsoever, says Andrew Twee, and Lukaku and McTominay start, says Kieran Masson. Oh God, I thought the league team news was a little bit of a concern. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. But we're about to find out this team news anyway. Let's just get ourselves put out of our misery. Bloody Lukaku starting. Oh, McTominay starting. Oh, Smalling starting. Oh, you know what? We just got to believe. We just got to believe. That's what we got to do. Believe. And everything's going to be all right. Rockabye. Rockabye. I don't know. I'm losing the plot already. Hang in there. Hang in there. We'll be fine. Oh, my life. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, God. Matic! Where's that come from? Why is Matic out? I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why? Why do we get an injury like that? You never get injuries like that. You never get injuries like that. You never get injuries like that. And McTominay is starting. And Lukaku is starting. And Lingard is on the bench. Martial's... Oh, for fuck's sake. My life. Jesus Christ. Why is he starting Scott McTominay for in a game like this? What the hell is he starting Scott McTominay for in a game like this? Well, this, I suppose, to flip my confidence, I'm sorry, I can only be honest. My confidence levels are through the frigging floor. So, the starting team lineup, I'm just changing it on my screen here. De Gea, Young, Smalling, Lindelof, Shaw, McTominay, Herrera, Pogba, Mata, Rashford, Lukaku. I mean, oh, why is Lukaku starting football games for Manchester United? But look, we've got to stay positive. We've got to believe. We've got to believe, because we've got nothing else to do. Oh, my life. I can't bloody believe it. I'm absolutely stunned that we've got no Matic and we've got no Martial. I mean, there's clearly truth in the rumours of last night then. I'm just changing the team now. Don't worry about that. But, it makes you want to throw up. It really does. It really does. So, De Gea, Smalling, Lindelof, Shaw, Young, McTominay, Herrera, Pogba, Rashford, Mata, Lukaku. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. I mean, there is a lot of faith in Manchester United with Scott McTominay. And at some point, he's got to show it. And if he's ever going to show it, he's going to show it in this game. The Liverpool team news as it comes in. James Milner playing at right back with Robertson, Van Dijk and Matip. I don't know what the issue is with Trent Alexander-Arnold. Henderson, Fabinho and Wijnaldum as the midfield three. Again, I'm quite surprised that no Keita. I think that's quite a positive for United. Salah, Firmino and Mane as expected. But I just feel so disappointed. And I'm not ranting. I'm not ranting at all. The positivity has to remain. But I'm worried. I'm worried about that team. I'm worried about that team. It's far from our best team. And, you know, no Lingard starting. No Martial even on the bench. No Matic even on the bench. Ashley Young starting, of course, is always a weakness. That's your confirmed lineup. We go with what we've got, people. We go with what we've got. But I just feel like crying. I feel like crying. I feel like crying. I really do. The Matic one's got me. It's a choker. It's an absolute choker. To lose a player like that, when the midfield was the thing we had going into this game. We had the midfield sorted. Pogba, Herrera and Matic. I know I've been critical of Matic in the past, but he has played very, very well. And to lose that, and then to replace it with McTominay. McTominay starting has me really worried. Matic out for a few weeks with a muscle injury. Says, dude, 40-20 rocks. Red Baron, we should have spent in January. Well, I did say that. Herrera and Pogba and Rashford need world-class games, says Patrick St. Pierre. And Michael Van Gerwen, come on, Ollie and Carrick, get your kit and boots on. And I mean, just look. You know what? I remember when we entertained Chelsea at Old Trafford a couple of years ago, and I saw the starting lineup, and I was like, oh my life, we're in trouble. And we won, but I don't even know why Scott McTominay's got a new contract at Manchester United. I hope we're going to find out why. Christ, Fred must be dog crap. I'm currently banging my head against the floor. Our counter-attack is where we kill teams, and now we don't even have that. I mean, yeah, you're right there. You're right there. Fred must be total shit. He must be. He must be absolute shite for McTominay to start, and that's not even picking on McTominay. I mean, that is like, how shit is Fred? Seriously, how shit is Fred? Because this is a £50 million player, and he can't even start a game when we've got no Nemanja Matic. But it is what it is. I've said this before. We go with what we've got, and nothing we can do or say about that's going to make any difference at all now. Significant issues for Manchester United then going into this game. Significant issues for Manchester United going into this game. The Matic loss. No Martial, no Lingard. The bench, Lukaku starts as well. We've not even spoken about that. So the bench is Romero, Eric Bailly, Dalot, Andreas Pereira, Fred, Lingard and Alexis Sanchez. And again, I'll be honest, this reminds me of the Mourinho days. I look at that bench and I think it's stronger than a lot of the players in the starting lineup. I'd have Dalot over Young. I'd have Bailly over Smalling. I'd have Andreas Pereira over McTominay. I'd have Lingard over Mata. And I'd have Alexis Sanchez over Lukaku. So it's, we are in Ollie's arms. We are in Ollie's arms. It's Ollie's army, and I hope he's going to get it right. But significantly concerned, not throwing in the towel. Certainly not. It's Manchester United versus Liverpool, and we'll give it everything we've got. And maybe this is the game where Scott McTominay comes of age, because nobody thinks he's that good. Nobody thinks he's that good. And maybe today he will show us what he's all about. Andrew Rossi, the PSME match is still proving costly today. Worst timing for these injuries. You know what, Andrew Rossi, I did say in January that the club are a disgrace for not giving him any money to spend because that squad's weak. It's 1 or 2 injuries away. I said this in January, and I hate being right about this. I said if we get lucky with injuries, we'll be fine. But actually, if we get injuries, we're screwed. Beyond our best 11, we're poor. And now you've got Martial, Lingard out, and now we've got Matic out. And that was the one area where we were fucked. We were going to be screwed if we lost the midfielder. And there you have the evidence in front of you. Matic is out, you've got to play Scott McTominay. That's how lightweight we are in the midfield. That's how poor a signing Fred has been. Nothing against Scott McTominay. Obviously loves playing for Manchester United, but the drop-off from Matic to McTominay could be really, really harsh on us today. I'm not going to concede the game. I'm not going to make Liverpool favourites because it's a derby, but it does significantly weaken us without Nemanja Matic. He's very, very important. I just wonder whether, and there's something drops into my head, and let me just get the whiteboard out here. There's something dropping into my head here, and I just wonder whether we will go this way or not. Is the pen working? No. Why aren't you not working? Get up there. Yeah, okay. I'm just wondering if McTominay actually goes there and Herrera goes there. Have we seen McTominay without Matic in the side? Maybe okay, says Patrick St. Pierre. Well, I'm just wondering if in that lineup you've got to my right, to my left, sorry, whether we swap Herrera and McTominay. That might make it. I just don't think you can let McTominay run the midfield. I don't think he can be the CDM. I think it would be a big mistake. So I think McTominay and Herrera maybe will swap. Rashford's obviously going to drop to the left-hand side, which I'd rather see Rashford there than Sanchez. I don't trust this guy. I don't think he deserves to start this game. I want to move away from McTominay for a minute and say this man here does not deserve to start this game. His attitude, his effort has been abysmal for the last month, and he does not deserve to start a game of this magnitude. I 100% agree with anybody who says that. But I tell you what, you're a very lucky man. You are wearing a Manchester United shirt today, and you better bloody put a shift in, because I don't think you deserve to start, mate. I think you've been absolutely terrible. I think your attitude's terrible, and I don't think you deserve to start. And if you run around or jog around today with throwing your hands in the air, you can just continue running on the tunnel, out the road, get on the M6 and keep on fucking running. You know, he's got to put a shift in today, because I don't think he even deserves to start. Mata played well on Monday. I hope we are actually going to see Mata drift into here and these two play as a front two. So it won't be the 4-3-3. I hope we're obviously, I'm back. Hello. It won't be a 4-3-3, says Serran. And just refresh. It's fine. We're back. Don't worry about it. Let me just check that. I've got a few things open that I can close down. It'll be a diamond in the attack. I agree with that. And Revan says, I really want Fred to succeed at United. I think he's way better player than McTominay. Don't understand why he doesn't play. Lukaku needs to step up as well. You know, the Fred thing, I think we can all have sympathy with Fred, but ultimately, I think that the bottom line with Fred is that he's obviously just not putting in the work. Is it? He's just not He's just not good enough. I suppose is what needs to be said. Just not putting in the. Hopefully the stream's back and working now. I don't know what the fuck. It's one of those streams at the moment, isn't it? We've had some terrible news about Matic being injured. I think it overemphasises the fact that we should have spent money in the summer. In January. And we're a weakened team today. We are a weakened team, but there's no point in stressing or saying anything different about it. We are a weakened team. We've got 3 major injuries there. Martial's not even fit enough for the bench. But we go with we've got. We go with what we've got. How the fuck does Mayonnaise get a start over Fred or Andreas? Hell, I would rather see Gardner or bring back Timbo, says Zachary Purvis. And Josh Wearing says, if Ollie wins this game, he deserves the contract after his post-match interview. Could Pochettino win this match with these players today? Spurs bottlers. I mean, I think, to be honest with you, I think that the comparison with Spurs becomes somewhat irrelevant. We're Manchester United. Our manager is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and we go with what we've got today. I don't agree with a couple of his team selections, but I always say this. This doesn't mean I'm not Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in. I am Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in 100%. But I loved Sir Alex Ferguson. I didn't necessarily always agree with his team selections, and I don't agree with some of the team selections today. I think that they are a concern. I've never been a fan of Ashley Young at right back, and I think he's a concern. I would never play Scott McTominay, and he's a concern. So, look, we go with what we got in this game, and the Matic injury, you can't do anything about it. You can't do anything about the fact that Martial's not fit enough for this game. For Liverpool, I think they've got an advantage, of course, and I think that they will quite fancy their chances based on the injuries that we've got. But we just got to go out there and give everything we've got. We've got to go out there and give everything we've got. We've got to. We've obviously got a game plan. I think that we'll see Herrera holding the midfield. I think McTominay will play as the right side of a midfielder, box to box. And he obviously fancies McTominay over. I mean, the trouble is, a lot of people say Michael Carrick loves Ashley Young, he loves Chris Smalling, he loves the old boys over the over the new boys, and McTominay is well liked by Carrick as well. So I don't know. I think it's a massive risk, a massive risk for Manchester United, and I hope it pays off. We need it to pay off. I was speaking to Drawty before the game, and I think that in many ways a draw is not good enough for us. We need to win this game, but maybe we are looking a little bit long term. I don't know, but I hope it works. I hope it works, because we've got to try and get a result today. And we have still got Paul Pogba on the pitch, and we have still got Marcus Rashford on the pitch, and we have still got Lindelof on the pitch, and Herrera on the pitch, and Luke Shaw on the pitch, and these players are very important to us. But I've got to admit, I'm a little bit concerned more than I was an hour ago. When having seen that team, I am more concerned than I was. Ivan Boomer says, with that lineup, would you take a draw, Mark? See, I don't want to be that person who said that. Brownish says, we used to win games in the tunnel. These Liverpool boys haven't felt the pride of the badge in that tunnel before. Let's see what Ollie has instilled in this squad. We'll see it in their faces. Yeah, you know, look, 11 amateurs can beat 11 professionals if they're up for it. Z says, Scott McSauce was solid against Liverpool last season. 2-1 win. Check his stats for it. Dylan Pidgley says, we need to do what we did last season. Lump it up to Lukaku and use Rashford's pace to get him behind. And Jack Dunn, hate to say it, but we need Mourinho tactics for this game. With that team, the best we can hope for is a point. That lineup can't beat Liverpool. I hope that they are famous last words, Jack. I really, really do. I hope that comes back and bites you up on the arse. And I'm pretty sure you'd feel like that as well. We need to hope that we do get something out of this game. I want to win. I want a win out of this game. But the Matic loss is a hammer blow. It's not, you know, I don't think any of you are ranting, and I'm not ranting. I don't necessarily agree with the team, but on the same page, Matic loss is a on the same page. I'm just disappointed about the Matic one, because this goes back to January for me. This goes back to what we should have done in January, is back Ole Gunnar Solskjaer with funds, and we didn't do it, and now we are in a weak position when we get major injuries. I feel that there was a deal to go and do for a midfielder, and we didn't do it. And I think, to be honest with you, I'm pissed off with Fred. I know a lot of you like Fred, but I'm pissed off with Fred. I'm pissed off that Fred is a £50 million midfielder who is fit, and we've got to play Scott McTominay today. Now that, some people would say, well, that's Ollie's fault. But I'm telling you what, if you've got a £50 million, you're one of the best midfielders well, he's not one of the best midfielders in Europe when we bought him, but a £50 million midfielder, a Brazilian international who can play box to box, who can play attacking midfield and can play holding midfielder, a player of that calibre, and you've got to play Scott McTominay, that shows you what a disappointment Fred has been. And I think that's the important thing to say. Instead of us all being concerned about McTominay, which we are, and I pray he has a good game, the reality is McTominay shouldn't be playing this game because Fred should be playing it. And why the hell is Fred not good enough to be playing for our team? And that's what fans need to look at. Ollie's got to play McTominay today because Fred isn't up to the standard that he's meant to be up. And that's the facts, isn't it? Jared McCormack, why wouldn't Ollie fight fire with fire? Pace, attack, strong midfield and agile defence. Lukaku is a limp shaft. And Lockie MUFC 92, Smalling and McTominay will struggle and one will probably get sent off. Pogba will drop deeper to help McTominay and will lose his effectiveness going forward. I think automatically we look like a defensive team today because Lukaku needs to stick to the wing. We need to get Mata central. Lukaku needs to stick to the wing because if he plays up central, we've got no build-up play. David Kamara says that Fred is better than McTominay and Fred at 50% is better than McTominay. Why blame Fred? Come on, Mark, says Silly BJ. Well, you know, lot, because you lot are just being Fred fanboys. Can you not? I like Fred, but can you not see what the issue is here? Fred should be playing games for Manchester United. If he's not playing, he's shit. If he, you know, you've got to wake up to this. Like, Fred's not scoring 6 goals every training session and skinning everyone on the pitch. If he was, he'd be in the starting lineup. I think you need to wake up to that. We haven't got a manager who's manipulative and has got their favourites. That's not how Solskjaer works. That was Mourinho. Fred's not playing because he isn't doing it in training. He isn't doing it. That's what I'm trying to say. We can all want Fred to play, but he obviously isn't good enough to play. If you're playing Scott McTominay and you're bringing Pereira and McTominay on like the other day instead of Fred, it's because Fred's shit. Now that the only person responsible for that is him. It's like what Solskjaer said about Sanchez. I think Sanchez maybe should start today. I don't understand why Lukaku's playing. He was crap against Chelsea and he starts again. I thought Sanchez showed a lot of effort in that last 20 minutes, but Solskjaer has said it. It's not for him to put people into the team. They've got to work their way in. Arman says, you're right, Mark. How is McTominay outdoing Fred in training? And what about Sanchez over Lukaku? Well, we've just covered that, haven't we? So, yeah, very good point. Is Marcus joining you, Mark? Yes, definitely. Shane Lynch says Solskjaer is a racist. I only bring that up because it's a stupid comment, Shane. I mean, just look at the starting lineup today. I take it you were tongue-in-cheek anything. Anyway, right, let me just play this for you again. NetBet, bottom right-hand corner. Thanks for them accompanying with us the stream today. And we've got a special offer for you as well for the PSG game. So, link in the video description for NetBet. 40 to 1 offer for the PSG game. Manchester United versus PSG. I think it's a week on Wednesday night. So, link in the video description for that. If you use that link and you put on a bet for Manchester United to win, you will get enhanced odds of 40 to 1. Or you can just go direct to the net page and use promo United. But it's easier if you just use the link in the video description. Remember, you've got to be over 18 and do gamble responsibly. All you got to do is go to football on the NetBet page. Let me just go back to the home page and do it for you simply and easier. Come on, United. Football. Europe, and just do Manchester United versus PSG. There it is. So you go football, Europe, Manchester United, PSG, 5.5 to 1, and let's put it in. There we go. I'm going to use one of my free bets. 5. Maximum bet is £1. So you get enhanced adds of 4.55. But as soon as you put the bet on and place bet, and if that comes in, those odds will be enhanced at 40 to 1 if you use the link in the video description through NetBet. Link in the video description. And Manchester United 40 to 1. maximum bet £1. So link in the video description for that to beat PSG. And we will have Martial and Lingard back for that one. We probably won't have Matic, which makes it very, very interesting, doesn't it? Aish Capri, fine. Do one. Probably won't be 4-1, 2-1-2. Solskjaer will want width, says Havard. Fred has been playing well in training, according to the newspapers. Well, he's not been playing that well, has he? I mean, I'd be embarrassed. Brazilian international, £50 million midfielder. Matic pulls up with an injury, and it's Scott McTominay who starts. That's how embarrassing that is. We are about 35 minutes away from kickoff. I was nervous before this game. I would be nervous. I was nervous before this game. I'm very nervous now. I'm very, very nervous. I mean, we've been. There's nothing wrong with being nervous. We've been dealt a blow here. We've been dealt a big blow. A very, very big blow, injuries wise. Let's call a spade a spade. It's a significant blow. We knew that there was an issue with Lingard and Martial. Ollie obviously threw us a bit of a lie. You can't fault him for that in a game of this magnitude. Martial, he said that Martial was closer than Lingard and Martial's not fit. Not even to be on the bench. Lingard's on the bench. I'd rather Martial was on the bench. I like Lingard, but I think Lingard's beauty is starting games. Martial's the flair player that you want off the bench. I think we're weak off the bench. Is not Fred. What about Bay and Diego? Says rule number 1, African Jumpman King. Fred needs to get back in his costume and clap by the sidelines. 1 goal, no good games. Coaches don't fancy him at all. Adds up, he's crap, says Joe Colthurst. Mika's praying that McTominay is amazing today. Look, I think we should all do whatever rocks your boat. Atheists, I don't know. Maybe you rub a Mars bar, I don't know. Whatever you do for luck. If you're religious, pray, whatever. We need Scott McTominay to put in a performance today. Of course we do. Really, really important that he does. Because if he doesn't, that could be the difference between the game and losing the game. So we do need him to play well today. And I think that he will. There was just no conviction in that at all, was there? There was absolutely no conviction in what I said there. I think he's going to play well. I don't know. I don't know. I'm absolutely stunned. I'm absolutely stunned that that Matic is out. That midfield 3 has been our strong thing. When we went to Arsenal in the Cup, when we went to Spurs in the league, when we went to Chelsea in the league, you win the midfield, you win the game. And I think that's what I was hoping for. But obviously, it's not going to happen, is it? It's not going to happen. Liverpool are mentally fragile, says Tom Wells. Liverpool win, says Leo G. Bay on before half-time, says Don Snaps. Don't know why Mata is on the right wing. It's shocking, says Tyler Cole. Well, let's reserve judgment till the game starts as to how the teams might be lining up. Tactically, we saw Matic play very central the other day. Wishful thinking that McTominay can do anything besides be a body on the pitch. This is a horrid lineup and we will get thrashed hard, says Osman. I would have played Pereira over McTominay. Pereira's a better player than McTominay from what I've seen so far. Fred, I just think is a massive, massive question mark. Why can't Lukaku get injured, says William Lamas. I think, to be fair, McTominay is obviously the one that's getting the most sort of conversation at the moment, but I do think that in many ways, Lukaku is very lucky to be starting this game. Very, very lucky indeed. Come here, you little bastard. Oh, I hate it when it does this. It'll be a 4-4-2 diamond, for God's sake, says someone in the live comments. I think they're probably right. I think they're right. Jared McCormack, your celebration if McTominay scores. Oh, you know, I hate that. I absolutely hate that. I hate that sort of... oh, you're such a hater. It's such crap. If Scott McTominay scores, there's no one's going to be happier than me. I want Scott McTominay to be a success at Manchester United. He's been at the club since he was 8 years old. He's a youth product. All I've ever said about McTominay is, and a lot of you have said it as well, why is he getting 5-year contracts? What's he ever done in a Manchester United shirt? I think there are many, many players better than him. I hope he has the game of his life tonight, because there's a lot of people I respect who say he's a good player. There are a lot of people like that. So I hope he has a good game today. Of course, I hope Lukaku scores a hat-trick. It doesn't mean that we can't sell him in the summer. I don't rate Lukaku. I think you've got to play a certain way of football with Lukaku, but I hope he scores a hat-trick. Alex Marmon, hi Mark, do you think Rashford and Pogba will be on the wings with Mata as a number 10 and with Herrera hopefully dominating the central midfield? Look, if Ander Herrera plays like he's played in the last few games, we should be fine. To be fair, we're playing with 9 men. Lukaku and McTominay will do nothing, says Roy Keane, simply the best. Lukaku to get revenge on Van Dijk, says Dominic. I mean, look, they are very, very good defensively, Liverpool, as well. And I tell you what, in their dressing room, they'll be feeling a lot more happier than they would have been if Martial and Lingard were playing. It's facts. You've got to go into this game with your eyes wide open as a Manchester United fan. And I go into it hopeful, hoping we can get a win, believing we can get a win. But let's not kid ourselves. We are missing 3 very important first-team players. Not just like Ashley Young or someone like that. Matic is fundamental to our midfield. Martial and Lingard are fundamental to our attack. We are missing 3 key first players going into this game. I don't want to deal in excuses, but we are. Andrew Rossi still trying to figure out McTominay starting. Maybe they want the height to mark Van Dijk on set pieces, and hope this works out. I don't think McTominay's actually that good in the air, to be honest. I think he's a bit of a Fellaini. Wasn't bagging you, was genuinely wanting to know. Love your celebrations is all. Have some of that jam on toast. Cheers, Jared, no worries. It's hard to tell sometimes in the live comments, so apologies from me as well. Rashford will rest in peace Trent. Another one today, says Jev. He's not actually playing, Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's not actually playing. He's they've got Milner playing right back, so I think they've probably caught an injury. But Carragher's looking very, very confident and happy in the live comment. Not in the live comments. Just caught a glance there. Score predictions, everybody. How are you feeling? Let us know. How are you feeling about this one? Are you confident? I'm still sticking with United 2-1. But in saying that, United 2-1, I think that it's going to be tight. I thought if we'd have had our best team, I think that there was a possibility that we might have beaten them by a few goals. But I don't think this United team can win 2-3-0. I think what's going to happen is it's going to be tight. I think Liverpool can win it comfortably. I don't think they will. I think with their team they can. But I think with us, we are probably going to have to grind this one out. And we can win it. Of course we can win it. I'm confident that we can win it. But we are weakened. We're a weakened team, whereas they are pretty much their strongest 11. So yeah, let's see how it goes and bring it on, as they say. Bring it on. I think it becomes less of a game as well it's a harder game to predict. I think, there'll be a lot of people, media outlets, etc. They'll be going through the statistics now. They'll be talking about Manchester United with Pogba, and I think it's a totally different ball game for Manchester United now. You've got so many different players playing. The fluidity's gone. United with Matic, Herrera, Pogba, and Rashford, Lingard, Martial. That's our best front six. And this is the bottom line. We are missing 50% of our best front six. So the fluidity, you just don't know what you're going to get. Nick P says, was worried before the game as the media had been hyping us up for the last week. Seeing the team now, I'm more confident based on Liverpool being complacent, thinking they will have an easy ride. Look, if I'd known this was going to be United's starting lineup a week ago, I wouldn't have been as confident as I have been, because we are weakened. But I'm still confident. That crowd will be up for it. Will we give up a lot of possession? I don't know. Bradley Lockhart, attack, attack, attack. Mata is better than Martial. I'm going home. I'm not really, but you know, sometimes when you read an idiot comment. Fellaini is a BTEC tree. Says, I'm worried that we're going to be destroyed. Trust Ollie, he knows best why he chooses to play. Scott McTominay, says Harold Holst Sparesvoid. Look, I don't think it's about trust. I think it's about backing the manager, isn't it? And my justification of Scott McTominay is that clearly Fred and Pereira just aren't putting the work in. I mean, Fred, for me, is a flop at the moment. He is a £50 million player who is just hardly played this season and still can't get in the team under a new manager. Pereira, I think Pereira's leaving. I think that's the problem with Pereira. I think Pereira is leaving. He's out of contract in the summer. There's no talk of him signing a new contract. Everyone's like, oh, we're trying to get Mata to sign a contract. We've got Phil Jones. Nobody seems to wake up to the fact that Pereira's out of contract in the summer as well, and there is no discussion that Pereira's going to sign one. And the understanding is that Pereira wants to leave. So why would... Of course you're going to play Scott McTominay over Pereira, because McTominay signed a 5-year contract. Pereira's not signing a contract. You've got to go with the players that are going to be here in the future. I don't agree with it. I think Pereira's a better player, but he's going to go. So it's really McTominay or Fred, and Fred is just a massive disappointment. He's really disappointed me. DT's anger management counsellor says stats there on Sky Sports showing that since Ollie was appointed, Pogba has more goals and assists combined than any other player in Europe. If we lose him, rest in peace. Well, we're going to see what it's like without Pogba, aren't we, against PSG, and I think we'll see a very, very different thing. Not confident we can scrape a draw, says Imad Uden. This has just got a hell of a lot tougher, says Marky. Look, if we win it, it'll feel even more significant, won't it? It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Don't forget, Michael Oliver could mess the game up, says Chronic Sneaky. Of course he could. Of course he could. And rule number 1, African Jumpman King, says, Mark, I don't want United to sign Ollie if it means we have to re-sign all the deadwood and start them in an important match like this. Blame Pereira. How excited were we in pre-season, says T. Ballard. No, I'm not blaming Pereira. What I'm saying is I can understand why Ollie would pick McTominay over Pereira when he knows Pereira's going in the summer. You know... Let's hope Scott and Lukaku become a godly combo today. I don't think they've got any chance of being consistently good, but you never know. They might just have a big game today. God, there's so many people asking questions here. Liverpool won't need the referee with that lineup, says Neo Lezo. Today looks disastrous for our defence, says Ikina Gore. I mean, look, to be honest with you, it's been very hard the last 45 minutes we've been live to sort of to compose everything, really. I mean, this guy here, should he be playing? This guy here, should he be playing? This guy here, should he be playing? Should Sanchez be in? I mean, Smalling over Bay worries me because, as I've said before, Smalling against this referee could give a penalty away. Because, and if we do that, then... You know what I thought, actually? You know what? I don't know whether this is a weakness in Ollie's management or whether he's... just a brave risk-taking manager, which we know when Matic plays, Pogba occupies that space because Herrera does this and Matic does this. Can Herrera do that and Pogba do that when you've got McTominay doing that? I don't think you can. I think Herrera has to start doing that, which stops him doing that. I don't think McTominay can do that like Herrera can, who does. And I think that means that Pogba, instead of doing that, is more likely going to end up doing that, more defensive, which at home makes it difficult for us. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We are having a few problems with the stream today, so just refresh it. It does keep dropping out, but it's obviously a very busy day. It's obviously a very busy day. DJ United. I can't. How am I supposed to sort it out when I'm already live? Look, it's dropped out twice in the last half an hour. I know why it's doing it. There's sod all I can do about it when I'm live. So just have to refresh, or if you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. I can't do anything about it. I'm sorry. Pogba needs to step up today, says Irish Rover, and at least we have Rashford, says Umberto Palatin. Well, interestingly enough, the bench, as we've spoken about before, we've got Lingard on the bench. And, I mean, Jamie says, I'm really worried about our right-hand side. You're either going to get Mata, McTominay and Young as a trio, or if we play the diamonds, you're going to get Young and Lukaku as the right-hand side. So that's our weak side. Our strong side's our left side. Be interesting to see how much Salah stays on the left or whether he comes over to the right. I don't know. Helen says she's shitting it. And Mark, you look angry, says Shabir Safi. You know why? I'm a little bit... I'm not angry, I'm just on the edge. I think I'm on the edge. Delo is on the bench. But I think off the top of my head, the bench is Romero, Delo, Eric Bailly, Fred, Andres Pereira, Alexis Sanchez and Jesse Lingard. That's our bench. Our bench, again, to me, well, it's just come up on the screen, looks stronger than the start. I'm just seeing McTominay and his fucking long giraffe stride there. Just put in a good performance, lad, please. Let's just be confident, says Lee Poskett. Martial, did Ollie give any update on Martial? Trent Alexander-Arnold is actually on the bench for Liverpool, so they've played They've played Milner at right back on purpose, which is quite interesting, I think. Very interesting. I'm still going to stick with the 2-1. I'm still going to stick with the 2-1. And I'm happy to stick with that. So, yes, I will still be sticking with that. I don't want to change my prediction. Thank you very much. I think be fine. We'll be fine, he says. He says. Don't forget, it's the Karamak Cup as well. Chelsea versus Man City. Who gives a shit? That's coming up after this. I'm not doing it. I won't be watching it. I'll be doing match reactions, hopefully, and hopefully very, very happy with the Manchester United results. Let's just hope. Let's hope we get the result. That's all I can say. I've said it a few times now. I hope we can get it. Right, I should have Mad Marcus joining me any moment now. Marcus, if you're watching, messaging me that it's down, how does that fucking help me? Seriously, don't message me about it. I know, I can tell when it's happening, and it absolutely does nothing other than just get me even more pissed off. So please stop sending me messages. I tell you why I'm angry, because I'm fucking fed up that with the stream going up and down. It's pissing me off. It's It's like you just want to relax and watch a game of football, and it keeps dropping in and out, and it's doing my head in. Yeah, you haven't got any audio at the moment because I was speaking to somebody off screen to try and get them to get off the fucking internet. I'm getting stressed. I am getting stressed. I know the sound was off. I turned the sound off so I could just have a little bit of a rant. I'm getting very pissed off with the stream, to be honest with you. It shouldn't be doing this. It shouldn't be doing it at all, but I've got pretty much a good idea why it's doing it. So you should just be able to hear me for a while I start trying to change a few things up here. Aha, here we go. This will be another reason why, because I'm using up a lot of stuff. We don't need that. We don't need that. I'm just chatting away to you at the moment. Hopefully trying to see what's running in the background, which is causing the stream to sort of slow down a little bit before we go live. I know exactly what it is. Of all the fucking days for this to happen, and I'm not even just talking about the Matic injury. Scream's paying up. I'm live, but it just keeps playing up. Mark, for a second there, I thought you were Hazard, says DT's anger management. And to be fair to McTominay, he's very good, says Meb. 3. Great. Good to know. Matic is injured, says Eagle, and that's from Ollie Gunner. Mark, you're Hello?
Finally.
Yeah, I didn't have it turned on. I had a few problems with it today. Players have improved under Ollie, maybe McTominay has, says Steve Chow. Give us your thoughts on the team news then, Marcus.
Do you know what? I think McTominay's getting a lot of hate. People can't understand why he's playing, but I think for me the big one is Lukaku. I think, obviously Sanchez has done more, I think, than when he's come on as substitute appearances. So I don't think that Lukaku warrants his start, to be honest. I don't see what he's done to warrant being the number 9 today and pushing Rashford out to the left-hand side. But I did see on the telly that they've got us lined up as a 4-4-2 as well, which could be interesting.
Yeah, someone was on about that last night, actually. I just think that's a totally weird thing for Manchester United to do, to be honest with you, to play a 4-4-2. But we'll see. We'll see if there's anything in that.
Yeah, I mean, the interesting thing for me as well would be from Liverpool's side. They decided to go with Milner at right back, which could be a bit of we could expose that. I think if Rashford is going down the left hand side, then I would fancy Rashford to get the better of him and get some balls into the box. But it all depends on Lukaku for me going forward. Is he going to put in a decent performance today? Is he going to be knackered after 10-15 minutes? I think playing the high press is very important for United today. Don't allow Liverpool to play out from the back. We got to start the game on the front foot straight away with a home team, and we got a point to prove. I think Liverpool's record at Old Trafford is not very good, so I think this is all United today for me.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're feeling confident, because I think a lot of us have been concerned about it. I think ultimately, is this Manchester United 11 better than the team that drew with West Ham the other day? Of course it is. And I think that's how we need to go. I'm Mainsy. You're in a timeout for that, mate. Don't mention that dickhead on this channel ever again, or you'll be blocked. Full stop. But look, it's West Ham. It's West Ham, isn't it? That they got a draw against this Liverpool team 2 weeks ago at West Ham. So yeah, we are a weakened team. I've said this before. T Ballard says Rashford can skin Milner. Of course he can. I think we've got to make it. I think we've got to make it a bit of a. I think we've got to almost make it a battle, Marcus. Really, we haven't. We are missing 3 very big players for us. I think we've got to try and make it a bit of a war, and drag them into something that Klopp won't want them to get into. Don't give them the ball. Get in there. I think, as I said before, I think if Herrera and Pogba give it, if they put in 10 out of 10 performances, we'll win the game. Those two play well, we'll win.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you look at what Matic brings to the side, and he's that player that tidies up. He can play the ball forward, which he has been doing recently as well. And I think McTominay coming in there is a bit of a vote of confidence, I think, from Ollie. He's come through the youth system, so give him a go in there. Fred, we've not really seen him this season at all. As I said the other week, handful of appearances under Mourinho and under Ollie. So, I can see the McTominay thing, why he's gone for him. The height, the pace, he's up to the Premier League game, and he's a youth product as well. And I think when you've got the youngsters coming through, the game itself speaks volumes. It's the biggest game in the Premier League calendar. Every United fan, in my opinion, looks to this game and sees when they're playing Liverpool and when they're playing the derby against City. So I think if you can't put in a performance today, then you've got serious problems, and you don't warrant wearing that United shirt. And I think that's, for me, that's the problem with Lukaku today. His performances have been absolutely horrendous. It's like playing with 10 men at times. And you can't afford to carry people in these sort of games. Form goes out the window, but you've still got to put in performances and play for the shirt and the badge. So, all these players that are playing today, they know what it means to the club, what it means to the fans, and you can't afford to carry people today. No excuses.
I'm just going to I know we've just slightly changed things there, but I'm having to go down to a static graphic because it's just using up too much computer power, so I might have to change that while we're live, but for the moment I'm just going to have to put up with this. But what's your predictions on the game, Marcus? Which way do you think it's going to go?
Well, just before you do that, I just got a message from Droy to say go static.
I know, I've just had that. Yeah.
So predictions for the game, I think this is going to be a good open game. Well, I'm hoping it is. Both teams don't really want to draw. Liverpool obviously going for a title. And United going for the 4th place, and after the Spurs result yesterday, United are in contention to catch 3rd as well. So I think a draw doesn't really benefit anyone. If it has to benefit, if you've got to say it benefits anyone, I think it will benefit United. But I want to see both these teams go at it, and I'm going to go for a United 3-1 win today.
It's funny because I was saying in the week that I really didn't think that Manchester United or Liverpool, I thought the draw was the most unlikely result. But I think you've got to look at it differently and say that the way that we're lined up for this game with the issues that we've got and the injuries that we've got, I think a draw probably could be a possibility today.
Well, yeah, of course it can. I think anything's possible in these sort of games, but you would hope that from our perspective, from United's perspective, that we actually go hammer and tongs at them. Bayern Munich did a fantastic job of nullifying their front three in the Champions League the other day. So I think United should look at that and think to themselves, well, okay, if Bayern Munich can do it, with the team that they put out, because they were missing a couple of players as well. So if United could do that, then I really do think this is United's game to lose. Like I said before, Liverpool's record at Old Trafford isn't that good. I think they've only won twice in the last so many years, I think, at our place. So I do fancy us to put up a decent performance today. And I think, Ollie knows what this fixture means. Mike Phelan knows what this fixture means to the club, to the fans. And after the performance we put in with Jose at Anfield, this is a chance now to rectify that and to show that we're going in the right direction. And we can mix it with the people. And what better way to win the game than stopping Liverpool's title charge? I think it would absolutely be fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I hope you're right. Right, I think hopefully I've sorted a few things out there that should make it a little bit easier. We've gone static, which should make it a little bit easier. Blame Draughty Devil for the issues that we had, and no, I know I did something as well. So yes, we're good. So please do drop a like on the video. Subscribe, everybody, if you are new. We've nearly hit through 2,000 likes before kickoff, which is absolutely amazing. I'd be happy with the draw today, says James Bortiz. And everyone on to McTominay, but why can Sanchez play on the right? To me, that's the concern, says 89 Classical. I mean, I did say that, Marcus, actually. Look, the McTominay thing's a worry. Of course it is. Yeah. It's a massive worry. But I actually I said this, and I think it's more important than McTominay. Scott McTominay is a young lad who's come through our youth setup who may not be good enough. Fine. End of conversation. We're certainly not going to character assassinate him. We're not going to say he doesn't put any effort in. Romelu Lukaku, I think, is the luckiest player in the United team today. I can't, for the life of me, even understand why he's starting. I think his effort levels have been disgraceful. And very, very, very surprised to see him starting. So I think, if we're going to start chucking shade on people, I think Lukaku probably deserves it more than anybody. So he's got to put in a shift tonight. And Smalling as well. You're not a massive. You're a worrier about Smalling, aren't you?
I am, yeah, and I think the point was proven for me against Chelsea. Ripping the hell out of David Luiz's shirt. You hope that the referee doesn't try and make this about him. You hope that he tries to keep it under control in the first 5 minutes. Don't give no stupid cards out. We want to see a good attacking game here. But for me, I think if you look at the injuries that we've got and you look at the personnel that's come in, I mean, can you really argue with it? I mean, really, the only thing that I would have possibly changed would have been Rashford still kept through the middle and Sanchez on the left instead of Lukaku. I think if you look at the midfield, who's the closest thing to replacing Matic? I think you'd have to say McTominay. Pereira's going to be going in the summer. I think that's a given. And Fred just can't get in the team for love nor money. So, you look at the options that Ollie's got, and do you know what? I think I've got my faith firmly behind these boys today and firmly putting a United win.
Good. I hope you're right, because to be honest with you, I think a lot of us, me included, have had our sort of, I wouldn't say confidence, our sort of composure has been thrown a little bit by the shocks, which is natural in life. I don't think any of us expected to see. And old Brownie says, Marcus, overconfidence is a kiss of death. I think it's great to have a bit of confidence. But yeah, I think it's also right that we've had that we do feel a little bit thrown. That midfield battle, I would say Henderson, Fabinho and Wijnaldum is now a little bit stronger than Pogba, Herrera, I wish it was Matic, and McTominay. Not because Pogba and Herrera aren't very good, but because McTominay is the unknown. He's the inexperienced one as well. Let's not forget, he is the inexperienced one. So, big game for Manchester United. 3 minutes to kick off. Fasten your seatbelts. And look, let's hope we come out the other side, because I think reality is as well, let me just double check this, Arsenal are kicking off at the same time as us.
Yes, they are.
And on top of that, if they win and we draw, they go above us, I think. Yes.
Well, I think another big issue for me is our bench. I don't see, apart from Lingard, who's not obviously fully matched fit, I don't see who can come on and make a difference there. We've got a lot of defenders on there.
I personally think, again, and I'll be honest about this, I think the bench is stronger than some of the players in the starting lineup. Maybe not on form, but certainly, I think Sanchez is better than Lukaku. I think Bailly is better than Smalling. I think Dalot is better than Young. And I think Pereira and Fred are better than McTominay. And I think Lingard's better than Mata. But obviously there's different reasons why. Liverpool fan, love what you did with Redmen. Let's have a good game, says Yong Hyuk Kwan. Yeah, please do share the video, everybody. Drop a like on the video. And there's about to be a minute's silence for Eric Harrison here, who is the youth team coach, famous for the class of 92, but so much more than that. So we will be obviously adhering to that. But please do share the video. It's a couple of clicks. Share button below. Share it on Facebook. Share it on Twitter. And subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner, and get involved with the channel. We got fan cams today. I think Paul's there, Rance is there, Flex is there, and obviously match reaction and everything. But actually, I think they're doing a minute's applause here, by the looks of it, which is good. So we'll just join in with the clap there. Fantastic, man. Nice to see Gary Neville there, who will obviously feel very, very saddened by it. But massive part of Manchester United's history, and always will be remembered as part of that as well. And nice that we've got Liverpool, I suppose, to mark it. Really, it's such a big game for us. And Dennis Law's birthday as well today, 79. It's a massive occasion, and to be honest with you, Marcus, the fans aren't going to be singing any quieter just because we've got McTominay playing. They'll still sing loud as ever. So
no, this is it. I think it's great to see when you've got youth products coming through and you can put them in the big games like this. I think it's a great sight to see. You go back, I hate to say it, but you go back to the ex-manager and would he have played this team? No, you know damn well he wouldn't have. That Valencia's would have been in there, and the Fellaini's would have been in there. So I think from Ollie's point of view, this is, with the injuries we've got, this is probably as good as it can get. My main issue is the man up front. Is he going to put in a performance? I don't think he's going to. I hate to say it. I don't. He's not shown anything for me in the last few games when he started or come on that this is going to be any different. So hopefully we're just going to get underway any minute.
The first few minutes are going to be very similar to the Chelsea game. It's going to. I don't think it's even going to take a minute for us to figure this one out. Michael Oliver already here is not even starting the game up. He's waiting for something, which is a bit odd. Keep your eye out on him. Some people will be tuning in for Paul Pogba. Michael Oliver will have this on record to watch himself tonight. That's what he wants, ref cam. But we're off. Mata kicks it off, which is a good sign, and stays central straight away. It's with the keeper.
It looks like it's the two up front and the diamond in midfield.
Yeah, and I think we're happy with that. We also now just need to see, so McTominay is holding the midfield, which is interesting, and United nearly 1-0 down. Ashley Young with a silly little back pass, and
I think, is that a free kick to Liverpool there? 'Cause I think De Gea touched that with his hand, didn't he?
Don't know what's gone on wrong here.
It was a definite pass.
Why is Ashley Young shouting it? It's De Gea. It's Ashley Young.
A mix-up between Smalling and Young there, but
it's a pass
already
back.
Under pressure.
Ashley Young, fucking shit, absolutely shit. Look, first touch of the ball, Smalling and Young get in a mess. Young plays a pass back. I personally think that's a foul on De Gea because of how late it is. What a terrible... Michael Oliver already fucking cheating. What a twat. So De Gea touches it with his hand, but De Gea actually gets fouled afterwards.
Oh. De Gea just having a word with Mata and McTominay there. I mean... Free kick inside the box.
Well, it's a great opportunity for Liverpool. This and this would be on Ashley Young if anything happens. Stupid. I can't stand Ashley Young, and I don't even understand why he wears the captain's armband. Absolute waste of time.
Thankfully, it's at the wall and goal kick United.
Well, we got away with it there.
Do you know what, Ashley Young, he didn't even look, when he played that pass back, he didn't even look to see where De Gea was. I think it was just a matter that he was caught in two minds, whether that ball was going to Smalling or De Gea, and neither one of them really reacted to it.
Well, it was a bit. For anybody who actually read that properly as well, it wasn't just about the pass from Ashley Young. Ashley Young felt that Chris Smalling should have been running back to cover the right back position. So it's captain chaos. That's what Ashley Young is. He just causes panic for everybody around him, and straight away there, he's that's not what the start that Manchester United want. We want to be on the front foot, don't we? So
look, Lukaku with his first bit of pressing there from the front. Good to see, chasing down Milner on that right hand side. Throw into Liverpool. Oh, Lukaku, get up there. Chase it down.
Come on, United.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully McTominay can just stay out of trouble. And, actually, you know what, Marcus? We should mention that. McTominay's probably in the best position here, because if you think about that game, United Stand versus Arsenal Fan TV, who played CDM? And, my best days are beyond me, but you can just sit in that position and do a good job.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've gone to prove, mate. You don't need to be good. Just sitting there and tidy up.
Piss off. I'll cut the call in a minute. But what I'm saying is, I'd rather McTominay actually was just sat there in front of the back four than doing the box-to-box role, because I think we need Herrera for that. We need Herrera for the momentum. McTominay, I think, sit in front of the back four. It's one of the easiest jobs in midfield. That's why I do it now in my late 30s, because you don't have to do as much. You just patrol. It is easier. And obviously we'd prefer somebody better in that position, but... United now just trying to get a little bit of the ball. I like Mata in this central position. It's a shame it's took us 6 years to do it, but Rashford finally on the ball. He's got three players around him. And
he had Robertson, Mane and Van Dijk around him then. But United just want to settle this down a bit.
Yeah. We're a weakened team. We're a weakened team, but it doesn't mean we can't win this game.
No, definitely. I think Lukaku should be pressing here. Rashford should be pressuring down the right hand side as well. Mata's picking up. I think that's Fabinho in the middle there.
We're definitely not pressing as much as we did against Chelsea. That's for sure.
No, we're standing off towards the halfway line, so it is a slow start from United at the minute.
Which is gifting possession to Liverpool.
Liverpool just quite happy knocking it around. I think Pogba could have really cut that out for me, that one. But Mane, Salah, there we go. McTominay tidies up into Rashford. Good dummy there by Mata.
So here we go, Pogba, first little opportunity, and nothing doing there from Pogba on the cross.
Herrera's great tackle there by Herrera. That should be our throw, right? Again, Lukaku. Look, just come on, Lukaku. So they seem to have swapped positions now, Lukaku and Rashford. Luke Shaw did well against Salah there down the left-hand side. I think, McTominay's just in there to tidy up. Very similar to what the Matic does in there. So far, so good for him. But United having to go back quite often at the minute because Liverpool pressing from the front.
Red Baron says, were you the centre of attention at your party the other night? Here we go, Manchester United, onside with Rashford. Oh, you know what, I was behind that there, and you can't get the power gauge, can you? And you can just see it going towards the top corner. It had no power in it at all, because Alisson caught it, but just the way Rashford hit it there, you were just behind it thinking, oh, he's hit it. Arsenal apparently are 1-0 up, said Ratchet Evans. I'm not 100% sure if it is, but here's Liverpool on the attack with Salah, straight at Luke Shaw.
Ball across.
And he skins Luke Shaw. So... yeah, you don't want that. You don't want Mo Salah running at a left back at full pace into the penalty box there. That's shit defending from whoever is meant to be helping Luke Shaw out, because he was exposed there. So Rashford's playing on the right-hand side today, and Lukaku's playing on the left. So I suppose we're using Lukaku's left foot.
Yeah, which it's got to be a good thing, surely, if he can sort his touch out. But Rashford fouled there by Henderson. Free kick to United.
Lacazette, French Charlie Austin has scored for Liverpool. Sorry, Arsenal, sorry. Not for Liverpool. That would be ridiculous and weird.
Good turn there by Rashford. Henderson catching his right ankle, I think it was. But United going again down the right hand side.
Fouled by...
Well, yeah. There's been a couple of niggly little tackles. But so far, the ref kept his cards in his pocket. The Liverpool trying to pass out from the back. There's not really a high press here from United from the front men.
No, we're not pressing. You think about that first 5 minutes against Chelsea, we really pressed it. We're giving up possession to Liverpool. We're not pressing. I can't. I hope I'm going to be proved wrong on this, but I just can't help stop feeling a little bit disappointed that, you know, it's just not our best team, is it? We're missing 3 very important players, and I think that's having an impact already in these first 10 minutes. Your mic's really loud today, Marcus, you know.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's probably something I can adjust. I just haven't got a bloody clue. What was your highest live watch-along numbers, says Rebel Dog 8. No idea, mate. Not necessarily top of my list of thinking things to do at the moment as well. Someone in the live comments might know.
Bit of miscommunication there between Salah and Milner on the right-hand side. Goes out for a United throw.
21,000 says Draughty Devil. There you go.
The Old Trafford crowd singing and clapping. Ollie seems quite content with the start we've made so far.
I've got to be honest. I just think we look a bit lackluster. I think, and this is because Lukaku's in the team. This is because McTominay's in the team. It's just not. It's not fluid. It was never going to be fluid, and it's not quick. Mata's not quick. Lukaku's not quick. You know, if you've got Lingard and Martial, make a big difference to that, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've not seen any sort of ball go up to Lukaku at all yet. Not really been involved in the first 10 minutes.
I'm surprised he started Lukaku, I've got to be honest.
Well, I thought he would have gone with Sanchez, to be honest, and kept Rashford through the middle. But obviously it's not to be.
McTominay's got to stop doing that as well. Stop playing the fucking sideways pass and go forward. See, this isn't United. This is like Mourinho United. Everyone's turning round and passing back sideways to sideways because they get. This is not. Look at this. This is shit. Knocking bloody. But then Smalling's going knock it long, and you've just knocked the crap ball to him at left back. Everything's going backwards at the moment, and then we lose possession. Pissing around in our own half with the ball. Terrible. And that comes from the back. That comes from people like Chris Smalling knocking stupid balls to the left back.
Get rid of it.
You can't play. Look, you cannot play football out from the back with Chris Smalling. Just bloody boot it long, Chris. Really, just whack it long. That's all you can do. Smack it bloody long. Don't start giving it Luke Shaw with a bouncing ball in a left back position when he's being pressed. Just hit it long. Get rid of the bloody ball. Messing around with the ball at the back here and passing sideways and backwards. We've got no momentum or press because we've got no speed up front. You've got Juan Mata chasing the ball down, who's slow. You've got Lukaku, who's bloody slow. I mean, that's that. The positive thing is on the bench, at least you've got a bit of pace, haven't you? You've got a bit of tenacity, a bit of drive. Yeah. People like Lingard and Sanchez. So if we can hang in there in this game, or maybe even get in front, great. But I mean, Pogba's basically playing like a left back.
Good tackle there by
Good intercepts by Pogba there, yeah. Right, here we go. Now, Mata, go forward. Fucking hell.
But you know what? I mean, I
and
think
we lose the free kick.
Yeah, I think that all comes from Mata. They're taking too many touches.
Yeah, Lukaku's actually made the run, and he's holding on to it for too bloody long.
Yeah, there was a great ball in there. Lukaku was ahead of Milner on that right-hand side.
That ball from Mata should be going. What's he doing? He's stopping to play. This is the problem with Mata. He always wants to come backwards. Look forwards. Lukaku's made the bloody run. We're the home team, for God's sake. Not a good start from United. Nothing to be too worried about, but just not moving the ball quick enough. We just look a little bit scared. And to be honest, I understand, you know, we are, as fans, I think we're disappointed with the injuries, but it's still 75,000 people at Old Trafford. It's Manchester United versus Liverpool. And let's keep it in our mind. Liverpool win this game, we're probably handing them the title. So
McTominay did well there. Rashford's trying to get in behind. Oh.
It's a foul anyway.
There's a foul there on McTominay. Yeah, he did well to shield the ball there amongst three Liverpool players. Yeah, he didn't panic. He had Firmino around him when Yaldum around him.
I tell you what, I presume Lingard's just not quite fit, because I think if you put Lingard in that Mata position, playing central like that, I think it would be such a difference. That injection of pace, and he likes to get rid of the ball quickly. I think Mata likes to take too many touches. But look, Liverpool haven't really done anything yet. 15 minutes gone. I'll be quite happy if this is 0-0 with half. Oh, bloody Lindelof, what are we doing?
Lindelof, yeah.
Passing out from the back and just inviting trouble here. Go on, Young. Mane on the edge of the box. Terrible distribution from the back from United at the moment. And also not just Smalling, Lindelof as well.
Yeah, it's... Yeah, we're playing ourselves into trouble here. We're shooting ourselves in the foot, trying to play it out from the back. But Liverpool doing this high press from the front, and...
No, he's given a free kick on the edge of the box. This is terrible from United defensively. And I think it's Herrera who gives it up on Matic. Right on the edge of the box, this free kick. Matic, basically, I'm gonna scorch everybody. Lukaku, Mata, McTominay, rubbish! Absolutely rubbish from those three there. Terrible. Herrera has to do the foul because he skips past bloody three of them. Awful. Awful defending that from Lukaku, Mata and McTominay. They let a bloody centre-back breeze past them, and now they're right on the edge of the box with a free kick. Shit. Awful defending. Absolutely terrible. And I tell you what, this is an opportunity for Liverpool now, and they should hang their heads in shame, those three. Bloody no effort at all to let a centre-back skip past through you. Make a bloody tackle, says John Sherrill. Awful.
Dangerous position, this United. Got to get out from that wall pretty quickly, get Luke Short. Here it comes. Well over.
Over the bar. Good, good. Got away with it. Got away with it there. Well, no, I wouldn't blame any individual player there. Lukaku lets him go. Mata lets him go. And McTominay lets him go. It's not good enough from three players there. This is bloody Liverpool. God, this is tense. This is tense.
Well, I think the only thing that's disappointing for me at the minute is the fact that it's been 16 minutes nearly and we've not created a chance, and yet Liverpool have had some decent opportunities from set pieces. Now, we're the home team here. We just don't look like we're up for it at the minute. Lukaku.
I'm surprised he plays Lukaku. Yeah. I think Lukaku causes United a lot of problems. I mean, Rashford's apparently sort of limping around a bit at the moment. That'd just be typical. I tell you what, Marcus, I did mention this before the game as well. A lot of people called me a moaner in January when I said it was a disgrace that the board didn't buy anybody. This is exactly why I didn't. I wanted us to sign someone in January. Because
we just don't have enough cover, do we?
No, we don't. You know, I think we've been unlucky getting 3 major injuries, but Arsenal have had them, Spurs have had them. That's too easy. Too easy that was. Liverpool, definitely the better team. Definitely the better team. I know that'll hurt, but they are. Apparently 2-0 to Arsenal as well. So if we don't win this game, we are going down below them as well.
Liverpool just getting too much time on the ball. They're able to spring their passes about wherever they want to go. United just not pressing at all. You know, they're allowed to spray the passes around from the back. They're coming down the right-hand side. Lindelof's just put it out for a throw. But Rashford's not moving particularly freely.
Well, this would just be a bloody nightmare if Rashford goes off.
Oh, I mean, yeah, the only one you bring on really is Alexis, isn't it?
Desperately unlucky for Manchester United with the injury problems. Oh, for God's sake. It's not looking good for Rashford now.
Header away by Luke Shaw. Lukaku picks it up. There's no runners on the front at all. Pogba did well there, shielding. Out to the right. Ashley get it? No. Herrera's down now as well. So we've got two injuries in this game at the minute.
This is a joke. If we lose Rashford and Herrera now, this is a bloody joke. Oh.
Yeah, Herrera's getting some treatment on the pitch here. Sanchez is warming up.
Fucking hell, he can't. It is a hard watch. You're right, Darren Sweetman. I can't believe it. I cannot believe what is going on with our injury record. I mean, how can you have Martial, Lingard, Matic injured, and then Herrera and Rashford going down in the first 20 minutes?
I think Rashford's saying he's all right at the minute. So that's a bit of a plus. I think Ollie just said, well, Pereira's coming on.
Oh, for God's sake.
So, looks like Herrera's going off.
I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this.
You know, and again, you got to say, what's going on with Fred? You know, Fred's not even considered to come on.
Fucking joke. It's a joke. Absolute joke. So we've got Andreas Pereira and Scott McTominay in our midfield. Fucking hell. I tell you what, if anyone ever thought, is it Liverpool's year? What are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? You lose Matic and Herrera, Martial and Lingard. I mean, what are you supposed to do? I mean, we have to fight, but I tell you what.
Yeah, Herrera's straight down the tunnel.
But I tell you what, if you're an Arsenal fan, you've got a bloody stiffy. I mean, 4th place is looking in jeopardy now. You know, we've got no Matic and Herrera, and we've got a game on Wednesday and Saturday. We've got no Pogba for PSG. I mean, it's just like, how is everyone injured to common sense? Yeah. It's just unbelievable.
But it's a chance for these young lads to step up.
Yeah, but it is, but there's a reason that they haven't been playing much anyway, and they're not good enough. That's the problem.
So it looks to me now that McTominay's gone to sit deep at the midfield, and Pereira's going to be playing where McTominay was.
To be honest, though, even before the Herrera thing, fatigue is the problem, says Aditio. Yeah. Should have spent money. Exactly. A lot of people saying it in the live comments. I got called a moaner in January because we were winning loads of games. What did I say? Fatigue, too many games, not being able to rotate. It will hit us and it will hurt us, and it's hurting us now. Nobody's to blame here other than the board. They haven't invested in the squad. Beyond that midfield is wafer thin. You get a couple of injuries like we have, and we're in trouble.
Van Dijk with a header there. Quite high though, quite comfortable for De Gea to catch.
Andrew Rossi says one of two things will happen now: we lose badly, or Sanchez becomes a United legend overnight. Horrible luck. It is horrible luck, but this is why investment in the squad was important.
Right, ball coming in by Pogba. It's going to the back.
Go on, Lukaku. Oh, Van Dijk does well, as you would expect.
Yeah. So corner United. But a little bit better there from United, hitting Liverpool on the counter.
I tell you what, though, this is the problem with United as well. It's that lack of leadership. you know, in this sort of situation, I almost feel that United are... I think Rashford's coming off as well now.
Every time the camera focuses on that boy, my heart is dropping.
He's injured.
I think he is, yeah. Jesse's coming on now.
Sake.
Jesus
Rashford
Christ.
going off as well.
Matic looks injured as well.
What's going on?
Two substitutes already. Oh. Oh, Liverpool will be absolutely loving this. There's no way Mata's going to keep up with Salah. But he gets it. Fair play to him. Oh, that's a late one there by Milner. That's a yellow, surely, on Pogba. Yeah.
Our top four chances have just dwindled significantly, says Billy Badfinger. It is just going from bad to worse. It was a good tackle that was by Mata, to be fair, but it is just going from bad to worse. We're in the game. We just got to hang in there. But I can't. I'm sort of trying to be fair and say, look, no Matic, no Herrera, no Martial. Rashford's now injured. These are...
When Mata played that pass there out to Pogba, Mata started limping. So that's another one we're going to have to keep an eye on.
Right, causes us, Bob. Got to be the training regime, says Ice Cold. It causes us all sorts of problems, doesn't it? Because you've made 2 substitutions in the first 25 minutes, which means you can't really make any tactical changes in the second half.
So now we're going to see how fit Jesse is.
Yeah, well...
Firmino's got an injury as well for Liverpool.
Yeah, he'll be
Maybe it's the garlic on the pitch.
Oh, Matters...
Jesus Christ, man. This is terrible. Maybe...
Well, maybe Matters coming off and not Rashford, I don't know. Well, I like Mata, but I'm happier that it's Mata going off and not Rashford. But bloody hell, it's still bad luck, isn't it, Mata?
It is, yeah. So yeah, Mata's gone off for Lingard. So Lingard now then at the top of the diamond, which you did speak about.
I actually think this might be better. It might be better for us. I think Lingard gives us a little bit more injection of pace in there. So I'm just hopefully Rashford can just stay fit. I think Lingard will actually be better than Mata in that position anyway. So more tenacious, more likely to put his foot in. But what the hell have we been doing in training, says Ryan FTW. I tell you what, our backs are up against the wall, but in some ways that can be an inspiring thing. How has he played that on? Michael Oliver, yet again. What are you on? I mean, I ain't Ashley Young's biggest fan, but that's a clear foul.
Mane absolutely pulled him to the ground.
Fucking referee.
Ashley Young quite rightly asking the question there. Why was that not given? I mean, so Matters straight down the tunnel as well.
We're going to have to do it the hard way. Callum Roberts says early subs from Ollie for the first time ever. It's an injury nightmare, is what it is, common sense, you're right. Just need a draw now, says Adam. Screw that. No. Go for the win. I think if you sit back against Liverpool, only one thing's going to happen, realistically. And yet again, Kidias Man United's right. He's played Pereira over Fred.
Yeah.
For anyone joining a little bit late, let me just remind you, Herrera's gone off injured. Matic is out injured for a month. We've got Scott McTominay playing in the midfield with Andreas Pereira and Pogba. And I tell you what, Marcus and everyone else at home, I wish them both the bloody best because, at the end of the day, this is an injury crisis. Nobody can be blamed for that. They're in there. They're not being picked ahead of Herrera and Matic. They're out injured. We go with what we've got. Personally, I think that the club should have spent money in January. They didn't, but this is not on the players and this is not on Ollie. So I wish them all the best as you would do anyway. But I really hope that they can do something, especially people like Pereira.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just going to show how much.
Oh, look at Lukaku again. No desire to win it back. McTominay does well.
Come on.
And he gives him a free kick. Oh, Michael Oliver. Your mum cuts your hair, you bloody little mummy's boy. Sponsored by Jelly Babies. Spineless.
That's a high foot, surely. You going to blow that one? Yeah. I think you got that one wrong there. The McTominay one on, I think it was Mane. Daniel Sturridge is getting stripped, so I think Firmino will be coming off.
Yeah, there's a few injured. I'll tell you what, I think Sturridge is a threat.
It's the garlic, mate, I'm telling you.
What's all this garlic stuff on the pitch or something?
I don't know, they were spraying the garlic, weren't they? The pitch with garlic. So, yeah, and I think they've only been doing it recently.
Well, there's not been really a clear-cut chance for either team, so tight it's been. Ashley Young again with a dodgy pass. You can't afford stuff like that. Why is Ashley Young playing for Manchester United? He is awful. But Liverpool will be the happier, obviously because of all the injuries, but they've had a lot more of the ball as well.
Yeah. They've had a few crosses into our boxes, you know, thankfully. They've not been decent ones, so United just look like they're hanging on at the minute. Try and get to half time and regroup. But yeah, Sturridge coming on.
So 3 injuries. I mean, you know, we've had 2. Now Liverpool have had 1. I suppose it's not quite equal, but you wouldn't. It's quite odd to have that, isn't it? Really.
It is, yeah. Firmino's definitely not moving right.
5 academic products playing would be legendary win, says Armour 50. Good, yeah, very good point, yeah, about the products. That's a nice little look at the ball there. So Lingard on for Mata, and United just need to get a foothold in this game. I think if United, you know, actually found a little bit of confidence and started creating something, that's what these young lads need.
Well, for me, the game's really not got going yet. It's been, as we said, blighted by the injuries at the minute. It's been a bit stop-start as well. Niggly tackles going in. So, come on, Luke, you should be out there looking for that.
Well, this comes from a stray Pogba pass, and it's Liverpool on the attack again. Milner with the cross. Lindelof clears. We're just not free-flowing. I think that's the problem. You can already tell this game's going to be really tight, can't you? And you just feel if Liverpool went ahead, we would struggle because we're just not creating anything. And you'd look at the bench and you think, where does that... I think Lukaku position is the one, isn't it? But unfortunately,
it is, yeah.
You just never know whether you're going to get a good Sanchez or a bad Sanchez. Sanchez can play right wing if sprayed with garlic, says Craig Warburton. So Firmino is off for Liverpool. Half an hour gone, he's gone injured as well. And Sturridge comes on. It's that time of year, though. You do start to pick up these little knocks and injuries.
Well, at least with Sturridge, you know he's pretty much one-dimensional. He's only got the left foot. So Lindelof and Smalling should be able to deal with that quite comfortably.
Oh, Rashford unlucky there. But he's the one who's going to scare him. I think it looks like Rashford may have run off his injury as well, which is good.
Yeah.
Good tenacious running from Lingard. Yeah. I like that. Pogba. Oh, he's given the bloody foul
Christ,
as well.
Refs. I don't even think Lingard touched him.
Michael Oliver definitely wearing a Liverpool shirt today.
All I saw Lingard do then was just chase him down. Liverpool with a free kick. Pogba's got to be careful around him. There's 2 hanging off of him. Cleared away by McTominay.
Well done, McTominay there. That's probably why McTominay's playing over Fred.
Well, yeah. I mean, when you look at the height advantage Liverpool got from set pieces, Go on, Rashford. Oh, unlucky.
I think we're trying to hit them on the break, which seems really weird away from home, but when we're the home team, but I think we are. And on a positive note, with these injuries and Oliver against us, we aren't losing and we're holding Liverpool, says the Mertz. Yeah, that is good. That is good. That is good.
I don't think Alisson's had a save to make in this first half from United.
No. And remember, subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner. Get involved with the United Stand. We've got fan cams and match reaction coming up afterwards. I'll do my player ratings in game in about 10 minutes. Do it about 10 minutes just before half time. But it's hard from United at the moment. It's been a very Ole Gunnar Solskjaer sort of way of playing so far. I think he's, massively. That's good from McTominay. We'll have a foul there. To be honest, I think McTominay's doing okay. I think he's doing okay. I mean, in the circumstances, he's doing okay.
Yeah, that was Henderson's third foul there, so
yeah,
surely no more warnings for him. There's no movement off the ball from the front. Lukaku's not been involved. Pogba's been okay. He's been picking up the pieces, but the only chances that Liverpool really had have come from us trying to pass it out from the back.
Yeah. I mean, for Manchester United and Liverpool fans, this is ultimate, nervy, isn't it? But I suppose for the neutral, it's a bit of a... Like many of these big games, they can be a bit crap. But, having said that, we miss Matic so much, it's visible, says Sharath Kamath Fitness. I think from United's point of view, we're just so weakened because of the injuries that it's just very unlucky, isn't it? But it does happen. You've just got to get on with it. I'd love to have played... I'd love to have played Liverpool today with that Martial, Lingard, Rashford front three, with Herrera, Pogba and Matic. I think we would have caused them problems, but Rashford still doesn't look like he's running around well, does he?
I think he'll be off at half time if he can make it through. Which
means you've got to play Lukaku for 90 minutes, and that's the bad thing.
Oh,
bloody hell. And well played Pereira under pressure. Go on, Lingard.
How's that not?
He's not given the bloody foul. He is absolutely terrible, Michael Oliver. Your mum gets you ready, you bloody little cretin. I said this before, I can't stand Michael Oliver. Look at that from Milner.
Yeah. Salah's picking it up.
Smalling, shit. Absolute shit from Chris Smalling. He's playing shit as well. We're carrying too many players in this game.
That's another foul. Come on, that's Henderson's fourth now. How many more?
Yeah. Ref's terrible. Absolutely terrible. It's like we're playing with 10 men with Lukaku. Yeah. It really is.
I don't know what the hell McTominay was doing there, running around in a circle with the ball and then plays it backwards. And Lindelof bringing it forward, bit of space for Pogba. Luke Shaw can do the overlap, and it's gone to Rashford. Out to Pogba.
Have a shot, Pogba. Oh, headed away by Van Dijk. I think the keeper had it covered anyway, but first little bit of a glimpse for Pogba, and it's these fine margins. He hits it quite well. Keeper would have had it covered easy, but we've earned a corner from it. Come on, Smalling, earn your corn. Or anybody get on the end of it. Pereira on the corner. We've got somebody who can actually normally take a corner as well. Yeah, he's got some good height on that. Smalling, cleared by Van Dijk. He's just so dominant.
That's a hot... Oh, fuck. How's that not a high foot?
Well done. Good cover there by Luke Shaw. McTominay, you don't want to be messing around with it there, kid. Did well.
That's not a foul either, ref. No, of course it ain't.
They're getting away with a lot of fouls. Yeah. A lot of fouls. I don't blame Liverpool for flying in for the fouls because they're getting away with it. It's him. He's just not grabbing hold of the game at all. Your mum cuts your hair, you little prick. Everyone sing it. I can't stand Michael Oliver. I really can't. And I know it's personal, but I've never liked him. It goes back to that Manchester derby when he let Joe Hart basically headbutt him. And then he goes and sent Smalling off. Last Liverpool game got the board to sack Jose. This Liverpool game, injuries should get the board to open the checkbook. But, well, you know, at the moment we're still in it. But I imagine... I mean, I don't have the audio on for the game, so I don't know how the crowd are reacting. But they're not going to be cooked up, are they? It's... we're just not doing anything. It's such a shame because of the injuries. And I think it's hard to moan about it. Terrible there from Young. Liverpool are in.
Get out there. Too far. I think I went out of play that, I think. I think Ollie would just want to get this team in at half time and then come up with a new game plan.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, the tactics that he set, you know, you can't really blame him because the injuries have disrupted it, but...
No, it's hard.
Terrible efforts by Lukaku. Oh, fuck off.
Giving another free kick there to Liverpool every bloody time. Safe to say the ref's shit and ruining this game.
Pogba didn't even know what was around him. It was almost as if Fabinho just ran into him then.
He should not be given a game of this magnitude, Michael Oliver. He's absolutely out of his depth in a game like this. He makes it about him all the bloody time.
Oh, chant, good interception, Herrera, out to Lukaku. Oh,
he's doing actually well there.
On Pogba, out to the left, Rashford's bombing in there, if he can spot him.
Hit it, Lukaku. Oh, you should have hit that first time. Go on! Oh, why didn't you hit it? Why didn't you hit it, Pereira? What is he doing? He tries to go past Alisson. It's great goalkeeping, but that's a goal. That's a goal opportunity. It's Lingard, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Lingard, yeah.
Maybe he couldn't get it out of his feet. I think he's onside. I don't know why he didn't just dink it. Maybe it was a little bit
strong
different.
Left hand on it. But hopefully that'll buoy United to raise the game a bit now.
Well, Lingard looked like he's injured after that. That should have been a goal. Lukaku did do well, and now Lingard's injured as well. For fuck's sake.
Sanchez is coming on.
Oh, this is a joke. This is an absolute joke. Lingard, just...
I think United will do. Yeah, we got Rashford still on there, not looking great either. Yeah. So Lingard's definitely coming off.
Oh no, I've never known a game like it. I've never known a game like this. You know, we already didn't have Martial and Matic anyway, and then you lose three of your most important players. I'll tell you what, as well, you've got to ask questions about why he's on the bench.
Yeah.
You've got to ask questions about why he's on the bench. I'm sorry, he clearly isn't fit.
Well, I'll try and put a bit of a positive spin on it. Opportunity knocks, possibly, for Gomez and Mason Greenwood. because I can't see anyone else that they could bring on the bench there.
I think Greenwood's injured himself. This is the board's fault for not backing Ollie in January, says Manu Edwards.
So
well, Jurgen Klopp will be stood there with a massive bratwurster in his pants, rock solid, because he'll be like, the title. This is one of the toughest challenges I've got on my quest to winning a title, and United are literally falling to pieces in front of me. I think Mourinho's there at home, wherever he is, with a bloody doll of Ollie sticking pins in it. I've never known anything like this, because these players won't want to be going off. They won't want to be going off. So they're clearly Mata, Herrera, and Lingard. Clearly injured badly. Devastating for United. And the worst bit of it all is that we're going to have to do it with Chris Smalling on the pitch. Can't bring Bailly on. We're going to have to, Lukaku, one good pass. Not,
we are pretty much screwed now. We're playing with 10.5 men because Rashford's not fully operational out there either. So God help us if we get another injury in the second half.
Well, Jung Hun Kwan's just said that. I've never seen anything like it. I just think it's just so massively disappointing when you've spent all week looking forward to a game like this, and we're basically down to reserves. Rashford's only half fit. I think in any other circumstance, Rashford would be taken off. It's horrible, horrible. And also the referee's against us as well. I don't want to use the referee because he's not given a penalty or anything, but he's certainly not been even-handed. But if you're a Liverpool fan, you've got to be thinking, we're never going to get a better chance to win at Old Trafford, and if we win at Old Trafford, we're never going to get a better chance to win the league. But there are opportunities. Alexis Sanchez, this is the chance, mate, And there is a chance.
Yeah. Seems lively. Getting involved straight away. Rashford down the side.
Rashford.
Go on, Sanchez. Held him up well there, to be honest. Get that ball in. Lukaku.
Oh, he did well there, Lukaku.
Yeah. I mean,
just can't get any power on it.
That's probably going to be the game plan for the second half. Just lump it up to him and hope for the best.
Well, maybe with a little bit of confidence for them. Look, at the end of the day, there's no pressure. There's no pressure on these players. Just go out. We're down to the bare bones. The fans are gonna shout your name. Just get out there and do what you can. I mean, look at our midfield. Of the front three, you've only got Rashford first teamer. The midfield three, you've only got Pogba as a first teamer.
Liverpool got another injury here to Robertson.
In a moment like this, we need a De Gea magic show. He's the only one who can save us, says Midget HD. Well, to be fair, Liverpool have not carved us open, have they? I mean...
No, they haven't, no.
I just think it's going to be very, very difficult for Manchester United to win it. Weird game. Very weird game. Very stop-start. Very... Obviously, a lot of injuries. I mean, even this thing with Robertson, it looked totally and utterly innocuous. And he's down now, like... It's just weird. I mean, of course, Liverpool lost Firmino as well.
Yeah.
He needs half-time. He needs half-time. It's a bit like a boxing match where you've been knocked down 3 times and you're like, what the bloody hell's going on? But you've not been... The fight's not over. Get to half-time. This is what we've got. Rally the troops. This is where it's a shame we don't have a proper captain. Because I think that would be good to have somebody in that, drop a Roy Keane in that midfield or something like that. I think that little bit of... There's a lot of inexperience in there. There's a lot of people lacking confidence in there. Lukaku and Sanchez lacking confidence. Pereira and McTominay inexperienced. So it's hard. Jake Green says someone in the crowd has a voodoo doll. I've never seen a half like that, and you certainly don't want to see a... if you're going to lose 3 of your first team players in the first 45 minutes, you want to be at home to Huddersfield. You don't want to be at home to Liverpool. It's just a freak of nature what's happened, and there are question marks about Manchester United's physio, and there has been for a long time offside Rashford.
Oh.
But hopefully we will make it to half time and we can regroup. I mean, Marcus Rashford's definitely injured as well. That's the thing.
Yes, definitely.
All 3 substitutes used by Manchester United in the first half. Someone else gets injured, that's the problem, isn't it, as well?
Yeah,
Down to 10 men.
Even if someone picks up a yellow in the second half, got to be careful. This is where we see if these players warrant playing for the club now.
Well, it's an opportunity. I said it all week, biggest game of the season, and there'll be some of those players there who thought I ain't got any chance of starting, and here they are. So AJ says our captain has already gone off, Herrera. I mean, I sort of don't want to keep thinking about what we're missing. You know, Ander Herrera, for me, probably our best player the last month. How long's he going to be out for now? Matic out for a month. It's not just about today. It's not just about today. I mean, even if we could scab a win today, we're just massively weakened. Sebastian Anderson, we should have had Wayne Rooney in the dressing room now. Andy loves says I'm getting injured just watching this game. Yeah. Come on. Such a shame that Mata went off. You put Lingard in that. Oh, what's that from Sanchez? Come on.
Sanchez, Jesus.
Yeah, such a shame that Mata went off. You put Lingard there, and I thought, oh, you know, actually, that would be quite a good position. But here's Luke Shaw against Salah as well. Still better off without Fellaini, says Brandon Slaughter.
Luke Shaw's done well this half, I think, for me. He's kept Salah quite quiet out there on that left-hand side.
Yeah. I mean, Liverpool haven't actually done a lot. I think Liverpool are probably more likely to score from a set piece or something like that. Watch them score now. Good tackle by Pereira.
Rashford's down.
Had a super chat here from Andrew Rossi. He says, crazy thing is, despite everything, we have had the better look at goal. Well, yeah, I mean, Lingard probably should have scored. Got injured. The worst thing about the Lingard thing is he gets injured doing something he shouldn't have done. He should have hit it first time. He tries to go round the keeper, and I'd presume it's Alisson's arm that connects with Lingard's leg that sort of jolts his leg. But to me, that was very, very, very minor. I would say, why is Lingard on the pitch? Why was Lingard on the bench?
Oh,
clearly not fit. Lukaku, you got to be quicker for that.
On Pereira, chase him down, go on.
Good lad.
Great. That went out.
That'll do. That'll do. Well done.
Half time, surely.
Why didn't you read my super chat, says Christian? I just missed it. I'll go back and read it in a minute.
That's it, half time.
There we are then, half time. Just kicks. So7 says, how does Lukaku get muscled off the ball so easily? It's the saddest thing to watch. Second to Smalling passing the ball. We are at half time. I just absolutely did not expect all week to be talking like I'm talking now about a Manchester United versus Liverpool game. I think it's almost turned into a banter game. It's almost embarrassing because, not from a footballing sense, not from a Liverpool sense, not from a United sense, just from the sheer freak of nature game that we've had. I mean, Matic out before the game, Martial not fit enough for the bench, and then in the first 45 minutes you lose Herrera, Mata and Lingard, who came on as a sub. I've just never known anything like it, and I think it's just massively undermined anything that we're trying to achieve. And to be honest with you, I'm looking at the next few games as well. Crystal Palace away on Wednesday, tough game. Southampton next weekend, PSG, then Arsenal in 2 weeks. I mean, if we lose a few of those games, you'd be out of the top four race very, very quickly. And it goes back to what I said in January. Everyone was like, oh no, wait till the summer. We don't know who our manager's going to be. Wait till the summer. And I was like, no, we've got money. We didn't spend hardly anything in the last two transfer windows. We should have been investing in the squad. Ollie performed a miracle to get us into top four. And now he's having to watch that miracle disappear potentially because he's not been backed in the transfer market. We don't look like an Ollie team in that half, and I'm not even going to be critical of it. We just don't look like it because I think the injuries have rocked us, Marcus. We look like stunned, and I think we as fans feel the same.
Yeah, definitely. I think obviously the injuries haven't helped us at all, and it's even the injuries for both sides. It's also disrupted the game an awful lot. I thought it was quite a poor half of football actually, considering the hype that's around the game. I thought there'd be quite a few shots, quite a few efforts, but there really hasn't. The injuries have just knocked all momentum out of both sides, and I think you'll probably see the start of the game now in the second half. If we get any injuries or we get any yellows in the second half, we're pretty much fucked, to be honest. I don't see how now we come out of this game with the 3 points, because we got the front two is not our forward line that we want to see. It's Sanchez has done well for the couple of minutes that he's came on. He's chased down out on that left hand side. Pereira, I think, has done pretty amazingly actually for what he's out. The length of time he's been on the pitch.
He's been asked to do the Herrera position, isn't he, effectively?
Yeah. He's been chasing down, so he's done really well. McTominay's done okay. Shield in the back four. I think the worst player for me at that half has got to be either Ashley Young or Lukaku. Ashley Young has put us in trouble in the very first minute, and he's been skinned a couple of times down that right-hand side by Mane. So I think he's got to back his ideas up, being the captain. Ollie's got to get him in there at half time and sort the game plan out now, because obviously the tactical changes are going to alter the formation and the tactics for the team. So
I tell you what, if you wanted Ollie to be tested and you're not sure whether he should be the manager or whatever, or you think he should be the manager, whatever, no subs. He cannot make any subs in the second half. Any injury, we're down to 10 men. It's like there is nowhere to move. You go with what you've got, and he's going to have to really work miracles from that. I don't concede that would you take a draw now? No. I want to win the game. I can't. But I can see why some people would take a draw. Pivot Boy says that would you rather win today or lose today and have all our injured players back tomorrow? Well, that's just not going to happen if we lose today. People aren't going to recover from hamstrings and everything. So it's a hypothetical. And I'd rather win, to be honest with you. Spare a thought for Fred, will you? Says Linked Designs TV. I don't spare a thought for Fred. I don't spare a thought for Fred because he must be shit. I keep telling people this. People keep defending Fred and saying, "Oh, I feel sorry for Fred." How shit is he that he still can't get on the pitch ahead of McTominay and Pereira? He must be shit, and I think that's a disgrace for a £50 million player, that he is not even getting on the pitch ahead of McTominay and Fred. That tells you how bad he is in training at the moment. He needs to book his ideas up. So I don't feel sorry for him. I want to see the real Fred that we were meant to be signing. Pradnia Wallace Wadkey says this is an eye-opener to the Glazers, that this squad with Ollie as manager needs depth with good players. The warning signs are very clear. There is no depth, and that is no disrespect to Lukaku, to McTominay, to Pereira, to Sanchez, but we are relying on young players, inexperienced players, and players who are out of form and not good enough. And that is what Ollie is having to use. We need to spend money on this squad. Said it in January, and definitely need to. If they get out of this game with a result, it'll be not a miracle. It would be absolutely Ollie's biggest achievement so far, and he's done really, really well. But it's not just about, oh, can we win this game? Of course we can. But there's no fluidity. There is no understanding. There are no memories of anybody playing together. It's basically just chuck people out there because of the ridiculous injury situation we face and hope that it works. And you're doing that against a team that, I'm sorry, they could win the title. That's pretty much their first team, and they can win the title, and that's what you're up against. It's a hell of a challenge. The Turbo Warrior says, "Hi Mark, been tough to watch. Hope for better in the second half. By the way, from an Irishman to all English, where's your chariot now?" The Turbo Warrior 343. We beat you in the rugby, didn't we? So what are you now? Irish people pretending to be Wales. AJ is back. Let's just take a minute here. As soon as Sanchez came on, we switched to 4-3-3 with him on the left as usual. Is he physically unable to play number 10? Could I offer another option? Maybe it's in his contract he always plays on the left. I don't know. I don't know why we've changed formation to bring Sanchez on the left. It will probably ruin Pogba's game, as it always does, but I don't know. It's a good observation. Why is Sanchez straight onto the left-hand side when we weren't playing that way? Don't know.
Really, really strange. just watching the chance by Jesse, it looks like he's pulled a muscle or something as he's took the ball round Allison, but it's like as he stumbled afterwards.
You know what? He's injured himself just going around the keeper, and he should have just hit it. Yeah. I think if he'd hit it, he would have. Maybe he wouldn't have scored, but it would have been better than what he did. And he's got himself injured doing it, which is a shame. Heath Farley says all 3 injuries look bad. Time for the 3 youth players. They are very bad. We are playing on Wednesday against Crystal Palace. Herrera won't be back. Matic won't be back. Mata won't be back. Lingard won't be back. Martial probably won't be back. So you're now in this horrific nightmare where you're going to have to rely on Lukaku and Sanchez and hope that they produce something. And hopefully they do it in the second half. Ned's Sukamani says, on a positive, this game will go down in history if we win it. Ollie's at the wheel. I hope so. Billy Irvine, Fellaini en route from China now, Mark. No, I'd rather play with 10 men. I'd rather play with 10 men. I really would. But on the other hand, Liverpool have not done anything, really, in that game. Focus on the positives, says Havish Kumar Sharagot. Created more clear-cut chances. Exactly. We've got that home advantage. Look, I've got to almost feel a little bit guilty here, because I did say, Marcus, that I want Ollie to be tested in every single scenario, and he certainly is getting tested in a scenario here that many people would be challenged by. It's very difficult for him.
It is. It's a massive 45 minutes for him now. He can't make any changes whatsoever. So the players have got to go out there level-headed as well. Don't be rash and challenge, because you're just going to drop the team into absolute dire straits. It's bad enough we got all these injuries at the minute, and you're hoping that the players that come in can step up. But so far for me, I mean, the only good thing Lukaku's done for that first half was playing that ball into Lingard. That was it. That's the only real mention I can give him. I just don't see going forward now how these players are going to up their game when we've seen what they can do for the last 2 months. I mean, they're very, very average players. I mean, okay, Sanchez has come on and he's run around a bit, but again, Lukaku, what has he done apart from that pass to Lingard? He's not got himself about. He's not chasing down.
Marcus, I'm just going to let you interact with the live comments for a minute, because I'm just realised I'm desperate for the toilet and it's going to kick off in a minute.
Yeah, before you pee yourself. Go on then.
I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, but a lot of people saying like take Sanchez off. We can't. We're absolutely in dire straits. Lukaku's been abysmal, says Davian. He has. He's not really. What does he bring to the team anymore? He doesn't bring nothing. Handicapped at the minute. Yep, without a doubt. Lukaku can't press, says Danny. He doesn't. We've not been pressing, since the first minute. So right, bounce. But Mark, stop belly aching. So contribution here from T Ballard. Thanks for that. It says pundit said Ollie favoured injured Lingard over Sanchez. Well, I think if you're gonna you could turn that and flip that and say, what about Fred? He's favouring him over Fred as well. Luca, how you doing? But Brian, but I think if we get out of this game now with a draw, I think with the circumstances, you'd have to say that's pretty good. Sean Bordner with a contribution. Thanks for that. It says this next 45 will separate the boys from the men. Let's see who wants it. McTominay, Sanchez, Andreas and Lukaku all have something to prove. Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Frank, I'm alright, mate. Pogba can't do it himself, says what's up 3. He can't, but again, we're hoping that our big players come to the fold and show what they're all about. But the injuries have just absolutely messed the game up as a spectacle as well. I've never known United to have 3 injuries like that.
Just weird, isn't it? It's just really weird. Yeah. I was just thinking there. It's just weird because I've last few days, like many United fans, just so excited about this game, and I feel like I've been robbed really. And I know that's not the case. It's just one of those things, isn't it? But Who'd have thought? Biggest game of the season, momentum that we've got, and then you get 3 injuries in the first half. And also, you lose Matic on a training ground incident for a month. Martial and Lingard, I was like, oh, you know, we were prepared for that. But to lose Herrera, Mata, Matic, and then have to use all 3 subs in the first half. If we lose this game, obviously Liverpool fans are going to love it, Arsenal fans are going to love it. But it's like, I was just thinking then, if we did go on to lose this game, what are we supposed to do as a fan base? You can't. What are you supposed to do? Because like, there's nothing really you can say about it other than it's just ridiculously bad luck. I mean, the only angle I can go back to is the one in January where I was saying we should have bought in January. I mean, we should have bought in January, but that doesn't help us now. It's just weird. This next 45 will separate the boys from men. Says, let's see who wants it. McTominay, Sanchez, Andres, Lukaku all have something to prove. That's from Sean Border. I think it's great. I mean, the Magician says, say goodbye to top 4. We take.
I don't think you can say that.
We need to discuss top 4 after today, because I think if we lose today, top 4's not gone. But we have got to go to Arsenal in 2 weeks' time, and we're even at this stage, we're probably going to Arsenal without Matic, without Herrera, without Lingard, without Mata maybe. That's 4 players. So it's not just about this 45 minutes. We desperately need McTominay, Pereira, Sanchez, Lukaku to find some bloody form. And, you know, Lukaku's a 30-goal-a-season striker. He ain't got a first touch, but he's a 30-goal-a-season striker. There's your opportunity. Stop sulking. There's your opportunity. You are going to be playing every week now. Take it. Same for Sanchez. Pereira. Grab the opportunity. I think Pereira, to me, Fred. I mean, he's not going to play in this game, but they've got to grab these opportunities. Tommy A0 says the new way of playing under Ollie, the speed of the game, it can lead to muscle damage, especially if players are poorly trained. That's the drawback. I think that's a star, Tommy. Spoke about it the very first show before the Cardiff game and said, the problem is Mourinho's been training these players for 2.5 years and we're halfway through a season. It's very difficult for United and Ollie to get these players playing to the level he wants to mid-season, and obviously that's going to take a lot of intensive training, and those players, when they're not used to it, you're right, it's tough. I think Mason Greenwood's actually injured himself, Lee, so he probably isn't involved. Chong potentially, but
I think you got to, and you got to bring the youngsters through now. Otherwise, you're going to be bringing back on the bench the likes of Valencia and Darmian.
Well, yeah, Rashford looks half fit as well.
Yeah. So I think it's a great opportunity for these youngsters now. It's not obviously the situation you want to see them in, but I think they've got to now. Ollie's got no choice.
Hudson Matthews says, stayed up until 2 a.m. in Melbourne to see injuries. I don't want to rub salt in the wounds here, but I mean, Rashford is injured. He's still coming out. Just to flip it the other way, very, very quickly, if I was Jurgen Klopp, I would be, we have got 1 injury. They are absolutely decimated. They are there for the taking. This title is there for the taking. Go out there, get on the front foot, don't show them any respect, push them back, win this game, get 3 massive points. If Liverpool don't take this opportunity, they will forever kick themselves in the nuts. This is a massive opportunity for them. And that is horrible to say, but it's true. It's how we respond to that.
Definitely, and already we're on the back foot. Luke Shaw clears.
Well done, Luke Shaw there. I think Luke Shaw's had... I mean, who's that there? Was that Young again?
Young again, yeah. Full pass out.
Fucking hell.
He's been absolutely dire. Terrible.
Thanks for contribution, ML.
His head is just not in the game at all. His passing has been horrendous. You know, his positioning has been bad. Mane skinned him quite a few times down that side as well.
We're effectively playing like a 4-5-1 here.
Yeah.
Lukaku's playing as a winger. Sanchez is playing as a winger, as like a wing back. So Lukaku's gone to the right, Sanchez to the left, and you've got Rashford up top. And we're just going to basically try and hit him on the break. Oh, Sanchez should have won that tackle there.
Yeah.
It's Matip. This might suit Sanchez. You know, this scenario for people like Pereira and Sanchez, it could be perfect because Lukaku's so slow. It's like playing with 10 men. Get tight, Luke. Alexi must also have in his will that his obituary must read played on the left. Yeah.
I just can't get near the ball at all. This is absolutely terrible. It's almost like Mourinho.
It is. It's Mourinho tactics. You're right.
11 men in our half.
Having said that, though, I was speaking to, I don't know whether it was Craig or the Red Men when we were doing the Liverpool oh, for God's sake. Smalling beaten in the air by Sturridge. Was it Mane? It was Mane.
Mane.
That is absolutely disgraceful from bloody Smalling there. Beaten in the air and they nearly got a one-on-one. The fuck? All the players that we're worried about are playing shit. Young, Smalling, Lukaku.
Well, we're stuck with them all now for another 45 minutes.
Yeah. It's interesting about Eric Bailly, though. I was talking about that last night. I don't think they fancy him at United. I predicted Smalling would start today.
Yeah, he is a bit of a strange one, isn't he? He came in, he had a couple of good games with Lindelof. But, yeah, he's not flavour of the month at the minute. So
Prince Bruce says we've got no choice other than to be defensive. Good of him to play by Pogba there. And Shaw, good play. Tommy's passing's not all that, is it? It's not all that.
They're being rushed, United, to play the ball quickly by Liverpool. They're pressing.
But yeah, I was talking to one of the Liverpool fans, and they were looking forward to playing Ollie because he'll come out and play. Whereas under Mourinho, Liverpool struggle against teams that park the bus. So I didn't want United to park the bus today. No, I didn't. But it may be all we can do.
I think the players that are out there on the pitch now, Mark, it's very hard to play the normal attacking game now for United.
No, and also you've got to conserve energy, haven't you? Because we haven't got any subs. This is Liverpool will be like, as I say, Klopp will be like, press the life out of them because I've got 2 subs I can use. They haven't got anything. United can't play at a high tempo.
Again, we're trying to play around the back.
Oh, Sanchez. Why can't we just get this Sanchez back from Arsenal? Yeah.
Pereira. Ball by Ashley Young there. I don't know why he's thumbs up that Pereira. I thought it was a pretty shit ball, to be honest.
Legionista says, as usual, Salah is quite in a big game. Mate, we're only just halfway through a big game. I don't want any of that talk yet.
Looks like Robinson's all right for Liverpool now. All we need is just one decent opportunity. Oh, that's a foul. Come on.
McTominay takes too many bloody touches as well. Just get rid of the ball. That's Matic's big problem under Mourinho. Just get rid of the ball. That's all you got to do as a CDM. Get rid of the ball. Now Liverpool can try to injure us deliberately, says Theo King Knight Handstand. Well, would you begrudge them doing that, to be honest with you? Just leaving a leg in here and there. They're going for the first title in history, aren't they, of the Premier League? So I said it to the Liverpool lads in the week when I was up at the Red Men. I said, if you win this game, I think the momentum and belief it will give you.
So United doing a good tactic here with this free kick. They're putting Pogba right on Van Dijk.
Michael Oliver's telling them to take the free kick. And go on, Pogba. Oh, why?
I think.
Oh, he wasn't. He wasn't. It was a good chance and it was a well-worked free kick.
Great tackle, Luke Shaw there on.
Luke Shaw's playing fantastic.
Yeah.
AJ's back says watching Smalling play out from the back is like scratching a fork down a plate. Nothing more uncomfortable. I think Pogba was so unmarked there. I don't know whether he was offside. I think he was. He should have volleyed it. Luke Shaw's been fantastic in this game so far, by the way. But I think defensively he's good. Another free kick for United,
yeah.
Crowd getting up for it, which is good. Backs against the wall. What more can you do?
Phelan and Solskjaer having a word on the touchline.
Look like they're having a bloody night out, don't they? They're hugging each other and pointing. But right, this is where Ashley Young needs to deliver. It's a free kick for United. They are playing this offside, Liverpool.
Ball in.
Offside.
It's offside again. Yeah, United.
Why are we doing that stupid free kick? Because they just it makes it easier for them to hold the line. Yeah. This stupid free kick is stupid. This stupid free kick is stupid. So what Young does is he passes it to Pereira to whip it in, but then it's easier to catch us offside. It's just whap it the first time. Well, it's give us a little bit of possession anyway.
But again, Liverpool playing out quite comfortably from the back.
Well in, Sanchez. Shame.
Yeah.
Well in by Lindelof.
Oh,
here we go. Lindelof's pulled out of position. Jordan Henderson into the box. Good defending by Pereira. Good lad. That's it. He's up for it. Pereira's up for it. He's shouting at the crowd there. Come on. That's good. Good play by Pereira. Good play by Pereira. But this is where Liverpool are a threat for me. Van Dijk. I can see this reminds me of a game a few years ago. I think it was Sir Alex Ferguson the year that City won the title, and it was 0-0 at the Etihad for ages. And then I think Company scored a header, and I just feel that if Liverpool are going to score, it's going to be from a situation like this, from a set piece, because
they got a height advantage, haven't they?
Yeah.
Go on, actually get it out.
Foul. Free kick. I think Michael Oliver's mum's obviously rang him up at half-time and said, if you don't start being fair, you won't be getting any Angel Delight for pudding tonight, because he's been very biased to Liverpool first half, but second half he seems to be a bit fairer. So mum's obviously threatened him with grounding for a week because he's started to be a little bit fairer now.
You know, Matic, give Ashley Young a kick on the back then.
Here we go, Lukaku. Use a bit of power.
Well, this is what we want to see. He held the ball up well there.
Pereira. He's going to get that. He's going to get it. Corner ball. Have it.
Yeah, well done, man. He's getting
the crowd up. Go on, Andreas. Sorry. I always thought it was Ander. It's like his bloody twin.
Yeah, Marlon said he kicked Young. Yeah, I thought I saw that, Marlon. Give him a kick in the back, didn't he? United.
Corner, anyway. United, we never score from corners. Let's try a bit of reverse psychology here. Ashley Young.
Ball comes in, Smalling.
Oh, God. I just wanted someone to plant their head on it there.
Oh, why? That's not a foul. Yeah.
No. I think Pereira's looked good since he come on. My man at already is at Shaw. Salah is his little pooch, says Shantana Dar. For me, Andres is man of the match. The kid's having a game. Says Sergio. Oh, I tell you what, United are doing all right, aren't they now?
Yeah.
I don't think Rashford will be playing against... Oh, lovely little run as well. Playing off the shoulder of Matip, and maybe should have just hit that first time.
So United with a couple of opportunities so far. Which is more than what we saw in the first half.
Yeah. I think that get into half time was really important, and now you set a game plan, don't you? And we were rocking in the first half with the injuries, but so far so good.
The crowd are up for it now, so singing and clapping. Come on, Ollie. Want to play out from the back again? Look, we're Smalling.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing that.
Well, Liverpool look a bit worried, actually.
Well, the pressure's on them, isn't it? Because if they don't win this game, it will be like, you couldn't beat our reserves. So, and also they know that, this is, if you want to win a title, they've got to win this game, haven't they?
Well in, Sanchez.
Well, he's not given the foul for once when it probably was a foul.
Tom Pereira's free there. Look, he could have got.
Go on, loads of room. Go on, Young. Someone make a run for it. Go on.
Lukaku.
Done well.
Come on,
Lukaku's going to cross this.
Not bad ball. Rashford. Getting a couple of opportunities.
They're sort of tapping at the door. We want to knock at the door. Decent cross from Lukaku, and it just hangs up. But it's just, who is that? Henderson or Milner does quite well, and then Rashford shoots wide. I think at the moment it's just that underdog thing sort of working for us, isn't it? The players are reacting to it, the crowd are reacting to it, and Liverpool are unable to sort of exert their authority at the moment. But 0-0, it's still 0-0. It's like, we were saying it's still 0-0 when we were worried, and Liverpool will still be saying it's still 0-0 at the moment. Is that it could be a 1-0 game, this. Oh, Lindelof, what are you doing? Does well, actually. I thought Sturridge would have had the run on him there.
I think he's got him, right? Lindelof clears.
Yeah, he does well.
Pogba's been pulled down. That's not a foul.
He says it's a slip.
Yaldum on the right. Out to Milner. Sanchez, good block.
Another corner. Or is it throwing?
Sanchez has done all right, chasing down.
I think it could be a 1-goal game. A lot of people are saying that in the live comments. DJ Scorpio, it's not an important question. You keep asking it all the time in cap locks, and I'm not going to answer it because it's not an important question. It really isn't. We've got 2 reserve goalkeepers, so that's what would happen. It's very easy to answer.
Come on, United, push out.
Luke Shaw again.
Yeah. Sanchez, go on, play out.
Oh, done. That's good. Good. Right,
come on, Smalling, man behind you.
What the fuck is that from Smalling?
It
worked. Lukaku's touch. Well, that's just like when it can work. Smalling's pass was shit. Lukaku's touch was shit, but we've still ended up keeping hold of the ball.
Come on, Lukaku, you got to do better than that, man. Fight for it.
Fucking shit.
There's no.
He's shit. You're shit, mate. That's the problem. You're shit. Stop moaning at the linesman. It clearly went off you. You're shit. And look at him. He's just not running around.
There's a goal to be had in this game for me. It's just, at the moment, you'd fancy United to get it the way we started the second half.
Just talking about Lukaku for a moment. I know he gets a lot of stick, but he's not even the player he was last year. He just looks so lazy and heavy. Like, last year he was a genuine threat. Of course, he had no first touch, but he just looked a lot quicker. He just looks so lazy and slow. Go on, Pogba.
Got it here. Sanchez slips, good recovery.
Shaw's running on here. No, he always wants to come inside. Look, slow it down.
I think the problem was there that he was looking for Lukaku, but Lukaku was just holding his run there.
Will Jones thinks we're going to steal a win. I take any win in this game. Go on, McTominay. Good ball.
Yeah, good ball, Lukaku. Yeah, Lukaku again. Long ball over.
Leave it.
Pogba.
He's done well there. Slips. Just not getting it right in the last third. We're just getting a little bit unlucky. God, tense game this is for all the wrong reasons. It shouldn't be like this. It should be United's best against Liverpool's best, but it's United's reserves against Liverpool's best. But we're still, I think, we're the better team in this first 52 minutes of the second half, to be honest with you.
Yeah, certainly upped our game from the first half. Liverpool trying to trying to pick their way through. Mane's
This
out
is
on
the
the
sort of
left
game.
foot, actually gets a bit.
This is the sort of game. If you're Liverpool, if you win it when you've not played that well, and you know that's how you win a title.
Yeah. Away by Smalling. I don't know what Sanchez and moaning at Rashford about there. You can't do nothing about that.
Rashford's injured, mate. It's so obvious that Rashford's injured. He's just conserving his energy, isn't he? We're carrying Rashford. We're carrying Lukaku for another reason, because he's shit. It's just massively unfortunate for United that what we're having to do in this game. And you know what? I do want to say, absolute fair play to Scott McTominay and Andres Pereira to be dropped into a game of this magnitude against one of the best midfields in the league and to not look out of place. You know, they've had a lot of criticism, but yeah, I think they're just saying there Rashford's clearly injured. Well, I think we've known that for a long time.
Good ball by Pogba out to Young. Come on. Oh, Ashley.
That is terrible. How much? May as well just blast it into the crowd, Ashley.
Yeah.
Have you ever never heard of like not hitting the ball at full power?
Scott says the crowd are singing loud. AF.
I take it. Let's just have a quick look. I think Arsenal were cruising in their game, so they'll be going back into fourth if they win. Yeah, 2-0 up.
Well, there's no movement here for United. Oh, Jesus. Oh, come on,
That's
man.
McTominay there.
Yeah,
Nerves.
loose pass again.
Why is he not sprinting back as well? He's so bloody
yeah.
slow. He needs to get his head on there. He gives the pass away and then he's like jogging.
Oh, Sanchez, get him.
Ref, come on.
Why, Young?
Oh no, it's a terrible header actually. Go on. Lukaku. Oh,
Lukaku.
barged off the ball by Andy Robertson.
Jesus. Clearance, Lindelof. United on the back foot here at the minute. Yep, sure has had a good game, Kay. Come on, man. No one's picked up that runner there, look. I think both teams are there for the taking. It's just a matter of who wants it.
It's about who's going to get that chance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who gets the big chance? Who takes the chance? Well, Shaqiri did it against us in Anfield, didn't he? I mean, this is the thing. They can just make the subs. We can't.
Well, if Liverpool make an attacking change that could play into our hands on a counter-attack. Good tracking there, Lukaku. But again, the first touch is diabolical. Just gives it straight back to Liverpool. Come on, stop him. Looks like Shaqiri's going to be coming on for Liverpool any time, any minute.
I'm not injured. I'm not injured. The Rads have been. I was just putting changing the lighting a little bit. It was getting a little bit dark. It's hard to say what you would take. What would people in the live comments take? What would you take, Marcus? Would you are you that nervous you'd take a draw, or do you think we can actually get something?
I think we can still get something from this. I really do.
I don't think if someone said to me you can take a draw this minute, I think I'd say no. Let's see what happens in the 90.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, we could lose it, but I still feel that we could maybe win it as well. So no, I wouldn't take a draw right now. I'd be interested to see what some people say. Pereira finally shook off his stage fright and is performing well with the opportunity given him, giving Ollie something to think about, says Adrian Gorchia. And Oni Igby Nanmiku says Lukaku has to leave this summer. Muscled off by Andy Robertson. Yeah. Well done, Young.
Ashley Young, yeah. So this is where United need to be quicker.
That's better from Lukaku.
Tommy trying to get it out his feet. There we go. Again, it's just the long ball out. Good layoff there by Rashford.
Right, he's got to look for his runner here.
Sanchez there, look.
That's not the ball. That's not the ball. Fucking Lukaku, you're a dickhead. That is not the ball. You've got two people unmarked.
You had Sanchez running on the left and you had Pogba a couple of metres away from Sanchez.
He is like carrying a bloody bag of weights. He really is. We are carrying Lukaku. He's done some good bits, but it's just what Martial or Lingard or even Mata would give you instead of him. It's hard. But this is the problem with the injury crisis. Michael Van Gerwen, better chances would have pumped if we'd had the boys. I think we would have beat them. But that's not going to matter, is it? You know, woulda, shoulda, coulda. I think we would have beat them with our best 11. We're far from our best 11. Walter says I'd take a draw, honestly. I can understand why some people would. I can understand why some people would.
So we're using that right-hand side again as well. We're doing nothing down the left.
Yeah, everyone knows to let us do it, don't they? That's why.
I think when you've got the likes of Pogba who likes to go down that left-hand side, you've got Sanchez down there as well. I think going down the left would have been a lot better idea than going down the right at the minute.
Aruna Chowdhury says it's looking like a one-goal game. I think it will be. I think even if Liverpool got a goal, they'd sit back and take what they've got. And I think if we got a goal, we'd do that as well. So it's either going to be a draw or a one-goal, isn't it? Martin Sheridan's right. But I'm not disputing that. He says Spurs have had injuries all season. Yeah, I agree. I think you've got to be able to deal with those injuries, and I think it just highlights United's problems that our squad isn't good enough. We've got a very big squad. I just don't think it's good enough.
Oh, we lack the quality, don't we? That's the... Come on, boys. Come on, Smalling. Jesus, should have gone.
Why did he not attack that?
Yeah.
Chris Smalling, what are you doing, man? Oh, God.
Go on, Pogba. Chase him down. Good tackle.
Good tackle.
Pogba having a moan at Sanchez there. Well done.
It's a corner, though, and this is where Liverpool are a threat. Van Dijk, 20 minutes to go. You sort of feel a goal now would... Alfie Gray says, love the channel, keep up the good work, read it out please. Thanks, Alfie. 20 minutes to go. Cross from Milner. Okay, now you're looking at you're looking at that. Wijnaldum, I think he's saying he should have had a penalty. McTominay, it's a corner. It's definitely a corner. I don't think he wanted a penalty. I just think he wanted a corner because it was a corner. It went off McTominay, but I doubt Michael Oliver could see that. Oh no, he's giving it.
Corner. Yeah, give him the corner.
Okay, now.
I think Liverpool getting desperate now, wanting penalty decisions now. But they're playing very similar to how they did against Bayern Munich. They've not really created anything.
Tell you what, that could have been a penalty, McTominay.
Nah.
You never know with Michael Oliver.
not for me, that one. So Shaqiri's coming on.
Shaqiri. And he's coming on for...
something to eat and drink down there as well. So
Sturridge? No.
Henderson.
So they're going for it.
Yeah, they are going a bit more attacking now. There's good play in United's hands now. I'll think he was a good buy for Liverpool, to be honest. I think they only paid about 13, 14 million for him.
Mm.
Come on. Yeah, that should have been a foul, ref. Sanchez clearly taken out.
Well, Liverpool don't deserve to win this at the moment.
But Rashford is really struggling.
I think the price of this game is that Rashford is not going to be playing on Wednesday, is he? Go on, Luke.
Fuck.
No.
Come on.
I think, yeah, good point about Pereira. I think he's had a bad sort of 15 minutes, to be honest. But what do you want to say about it? I mean, I think anybody who's been critical of anybody other than people like Lukaku who just have been shit for weeks, I think that the likes of Pereira and McTominay, there is nobody else. This is down to the fact that the board haven't invested in the midfield. Sanchez, where's your tracking there?
Oh, there we go.
Got away with it. Got away with it a bit there. Remember, subscribe to the channel if you're new, bottom right hand corner. It's been a very, very tense game, this has. Very, very tense. They always are, but I think we've had our backs against the wall. Slate Doctor, the amount of fouls on us today that haven't been given is ridiculous. Sell Lukaku and buy someone like Griezmann, even though he's getting on. I just think it's so difficult for United today because, look, I think Smalling's been poor. I don't know why Smalling's playing over Bailly. But apart from that, the injuries have just rocked us. I think Rashford's been injured since the first minute, basically, and has just been playing half fit. The injuries we've had, the players we've got missing.
Bit of a break here for United. Poor ball.
Oh, lazy by Pogba.
Pogba,
I think people are going to get tired now. That's the problem, isn't it?
Pogba's been caught there by Fabinho, was it?
Well, it's a chance to put one in the mixer. Ashley Young, just curl it in towards that back post here. People jump high. If you get an head on it, great. Maybe it goes straight in the goal. That's what I've been doing from here. Curling it towards that back post. But they play a high line, Liverpool.
Yeah. I think maybe playing it. See if someone was out here on the left, you get something like Luke Shaw. Get Luke Shaw down there on the left-hand side. Play it across the floor to him. Smalling's free at the back. It's no goal.
Yes! He's not giving it offside. Bastard.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck it. How do you get offside 3 times in a fucking row, United? What a bunch of pricks. 3 free kicks in a row were offside. Bloody idiot.
Oh, Smalling just.
You fucking useless twat. Why have you got yourself offside there? You bloody dickhead. 3 free kicks in a row we get caught offside and he's looking at the bloody line. He goes too soon. Wow, we should have been 1-0 up.
Yeah.
That's just unforgivable at this level. Unforgivable at this level. Go on, Lukaku. Just find a pass.
Kept 2 off.
Terrible cross.
Well in by Smalling there
Go
twice.
on, Smalling. That's it.
There we go, Sanchez. There's no one in front of him though.
Good ball. Pogba. Go on, Shaw.
Pogba, just go for it. Oh.
Lukaku equals Saka potatoes as the Dillinger compound. I think Pogba's put a shift in tonight. Yeah, sorry for my celebration. It probably got everybody going. I just think Smalling, why have you got yourself offside at this level? You're looking right along the line. He didn't need to go early either. That would have been a goal for United. He's just absolutely no football brain there.
Ref, I thought that was our ball. I didn't think Ashley Young touched that, to be honest.
Well, that was our chance. The concern is Liverpool's chance. Will they not be caught offside? Will they take their chance? Because that was the chance. Smalling's just gone too soon. Well done, Shaw.
Good defending, Shaw. Yeah, Sanchez late on that. Ref, come on. Luke Shaw's done.
That's Milner. He should be off.
Yeah.
Second yellow. Milner should be off. Fucking joke. See, we've just not had any luck today, have we? We haven't had any luck today. That is a second yellow card by Milner. It's late. It's only a yellow card tackle, but he's already been booked.
Looks like Origi's coming on for him as well. They certainly want to go for it.
Lukaku's played a first-time pass there, and it's a good one.
Yeah. It's a good ball.
Go on, Lukaku. Oh, Lukaku, don't stand still. Chase it.
Come on, man. Jesus Christ.
Oh, look at him. Here's a sack of potatoes. Yeah, looks like Origi's coming on for Liverpool. I don't think Liverpool have done anywhere near enough to win this game. I mean, maybe they're going to do it in the last 10 minutes, which would be bloody typical. But for a team that wants to win the league, I'd be very disappointed if I was Liverpool fans. I'd be like, what? You know, United are decimated. They've got bloody kids in the midfield. They're knackered. They've got people playing who are injured. They've got Lukaku playing, you know. I think whatever happens in this game, our top four hopes are going to be massively in the bag because of injuries, though. It's going to be very, very difficult for us, dependent on how many injuries we've got and how long they're out for. But, you know, it's the worst week. You know, basically 9 points up for grab in 6 days. And you've gone and lost the players that we've lost. It's difficult. It's going to be difficult for us. Salah off. Sharp job done, Luke Shaw. He's done his job.
Yeah.
But doesn't mean United have done their job. Still about 15 minutes to go.
That's an interesting change there by Klopp.
Another corner. I mean, this is it. We've given a lot of corners up.
Sanchez
2v1 here. Come on, up we go. Up we go. Smalling. Pereira. Pogba's got this one.
Yeah.
Go on, Lukaku. That's it. That was his first touch. He was trying to control that.
Good chasing down there by Sanchez. No way Sanchez is going to out-jump Van Dijk.
Origi's in.
But I think defensively we've been okay today. We've not been fantastic, but done what they've had to do.
Go on, Pereira.
Go on, Pereira, chase it.
Well done.
Yeah.
Lukaku, you've got to get in there, for fuck's sake. He's just an absolute weapon. All that hard work from Pereira for Lukaku to come in and bloody just foul him.
Just under 10 minutes to go. The TV showing that United have had 5 attempts. 2 on target. Liverpool was 7, 1 on target. Ball comes in, away by Lukaku. Or Sanchez chase. Ashley Young now.
He'll get booked for that.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous because you didn't just book Milner for a foul very, very similar a minute ago. You absolute mummy's boy cretin. If that's a yellow card, then James Milner shouldn't be on the pitch.
Going to be a tense last few minutes, that's for certain.
Shaw should be faster with Salah in his pocket, out of his pocket, says D bottom 25. Snake Dotter, we fall down under no tackle, no free kick. Liverpool players fall down under tackle, instant free kick, joke.
Ball comes in, cleared by Ashley Young. Cleared again by Young. Come on, Sanchez.
I see Young there has got a lot of time on the ball, and he just kicks it straight to a Liverpool player. I think Heskey was better than Lukaku, to be honest.
On Pogba. Right. Rashford, go. Fucking
come on! Yes, yellow card. About bloody time. Shaqiri. Marcus, you would be more useful than Lukaku. Shalom, says Jared Pearson. Yeah.
Rashford has taken an absolute beating today. Every time he's got the ball, he's been kicked down, and he must be absolutely sore. Come on. You know what? United don't really look like they want to win this now. Or pass Lukaku. Come on. Luckily Pereira got it back.
He's so bad. He is so bad, Romelu Lukaku. I mean, if he can get in a bit of space, he's got a good cross on him. And he can find a pass if he's got a lot of time to find one. But in tight spaces... It'd be cruel. It'd be cruel on United to lose this late on. I think the amount of effort they've put in, the circumstances they've had to go through, it would be very, very cruel. But again, he holds on to it for too bloody long. Lukaku and Liverpool pick it up in a. We're in a decent situation there.
Oh, Luke Shaw, get up, man.
That is not a foul. That is not a foul. Clueless referee.
Really poor by the ref today. Really poor. Liverpool coming down our right hand side. Ashley Young's got to track the run there.
I just feel that Liverpool haven't had that clear-cut chance. You normally get a clear-cut chance in a game.
So looking at the back line here, Shaqiri's unmarked on the back post. Alexis has just set him now.
Well done, Lindelof. See, I don't know what Lukaku's doing. He's hanging up like he's a fucking forward.
Yeah.
And that... I cannot overestimate how fed up I am with Romelu Lukaku in the United shirt. I just think Rashford's half injured and he's being told to stay up front. Lukaku is meant to be doing what Sanchez is doing on the left-hand side, on the right. Tracking back, tracking the fullback. And he just looks so lethargic all the bloody time. What we got? About 5 minutes to go. It would be unjust for United to lose this now, but don't take my word for it. Of course, anything could happen.
Well, neither keeper for me has really been tested today.
No.
Come on, Lukaku, chase it down. Yeah, Rashford looks absolutely had it. So it's pretty much certain. I don't think he'll be playing against Palace.
No, so it's only on Wednesday, isn't it? And I think Rashford stayed on. I think Rashford would love to have come off, but I think people were more injured than him. That was all. Well, maybe we can get a draw from this now. So, you know, we are going to drop behind Arsenal, which I think is just something I didn't want to happen. I'll put my hand up and say that, but I think in the circumstances, maybe We just
I think with what's gone on today, neither team have really done enough to warrant winning the game, to be honest. When you take the injuries into account as well, I think you probably find a 0-0 draw is probably the best we could have hoped for, really. It's such a shame. It was all built up to be a massive game, and the injuries have ruined it, which is no one's fault, obviously, but I think you can tell now both teams will take a draw now.
I think, well, I spoke to the Liverpool lads in the week, didn't I? And I definitely detected from them that they would have took a draw. For me, it's a really big disappointment. I think you've got to, at this stage, you've got to take it because of the circumstances. But those circumstances just feel so gutted, because I think if we'd had our best team, or even anywhere near our best team, I think we could have got something today. But well done, Luke Shaw.
Out there.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I think Luke Shaw's been absolutely fantastic today.
Yeah. I think Pereira's done well as well since he's come on. Free kick for United. There's still enough time to nick it. Luke Shaw's got man of the match.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Absolutely. They've got it right for once.
I just want to clear their lines now. Giving a foul on Milner there. That could be dangerous. It's going to be an in-swinger from Milner. Keep your concentration, boys. See it out.
This is just making me feel sick. This is because it's just, it would be so undeserved. Well out by McTominay. Come on, just fashion a chance somewhere. Ashley Young's been taken out there. It's got to be a yellow, surely. Well, I never would have predicted 0-0, and I never would have predicted a draw. No. All week I would have said no. But because of the injuries and everything like that, I think ultimately it probably was quite likely. But it's not over yet. It's not over yet.
Still a good couple of minutes to go. We've got 30 seconds left of the 90.
Be interesting to see what the fan cams and everyone's got to say, because I think it's just a bit of a flat result in many ways, but
bit of a wasted free kick that was.
We've had opportunities today to put free kicks into the mixer, and we really have wasted them. I mean, that Smalling one still irritates me. He should not have been offside.
Yeah. Lukaku. Ball in. Yes!
Oh. What a miss. Smalling! You useless twat! Again! What are you doing missing from 5 yards out? He wouldn't hit the floor if he fell out of bed. Look at him! Look at him! I can't believe Chris Smalling here. Oh, he didn't get near it. He didn't gamble.
I thought he
didn't
got
even touch it. Why didn't you risk yourself? He's not a striker. Be fair. He's not a striker. Well, Chris Smalling, he could have had two. He could have had a massive part in 2 goals today. There's only going to be 2 minutes added on.
I think that was the chance. I really thought he got on the end of that.
I hope that was the chance, because it's Liverpool on the attack now. The art in mouth time.
Lukaku. Oh, actually, just get rid of it. There we go. I'll feel fair play at Rashford. He's still chasing it.
Who would be your man of the match? Sure.
Yeah, I think you got to. Yeah. think he's had a decent game. Not got forward very often, but defensively he's been absolutely sound. Liverpool just trying to carve an opening. Last 20 seconds to go. Oh, I think from Liverpool's point of view, they'd be pretty much disappointed, I would have thought.
I think so. I think so. I think that if you're Liverpool, you've got to be disappointed. You've got to be thinking, unless you can nick it now, which I think would be totally undeserved, but it's the sort of nicking that, you know, wins you the league.
That's it. Game over.
0-0. I think from a Liverpool point of view, just missed opportunity. From a United point of view, almost robbed in many ways. I think we've been robbed of 2 points, not because we were better than Liverpool, but just we never got to play that. We never got to play our way, did we? We were sort of robbed of that opportunity, and you know, Rashford's hobbling off, clearly injured. I didn't think that Lukaku offered that much either. But thanks for coming on, Marcus.
No worries, mate. Pleasure as always. Thanks to everyone in the comments, and shame we couldn't get the 3 points. But yeah, I'll speak to you all later then.
Cheers, pal. Speak to you soon.
No worries.
And my match reaction is coming up. Link in the video description. We'll go and analyse the game now on that. Link in the video description. I'll be live in about 30 seconds time. Not the game we thought it was going to be, but we'll talk about that in a moment. Link in the video description. I'll go through the homepage for my match reaction.